they ain't got no nut with no whack ass in it.
Don't get caught with your drawers down.
When I'm naked, I lay on my side, I lay on my stomach, I lay on my back.
No Hanes, Calvin Klein's, Fruit of the Looms, Mushroom Moon, tooted up in the room, waiting to be manipulated, mounted and mauled. Madam Ika said, nigga, strip down to your drawers on the set. Must not have heard it correctly, cuz bit the pillow laying literally naked. Niggas mouth, bad girls clubhouse, pyro, belly down, booty up, buns out, lucky. She work with the creep and the duct tape. Freaky ass fetish film, one man fuck tape. Wiretap nigga, known to tip the laws off. Nasty on the camera with your motherfucking drawers on.
Now we knew you be screaming till you pass out. Who knew you did it with your ass out? Talking till you blue in the face. I'm just trying to take blue to the bank, two to the face, 2, 2, 3 is a K, and K can't make you a real nigga. I pray for any nigga that did. Tommy off the hill, figure wow. It's trying to put you on the menu. I got a pack of draws I can lend you. Big business what I'm into. I got a pack of draws I can lend you.
Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down.
When you get caught up, I hope them statements don't get bored up. We them niggas that's wicked, no need to warn us on one. Out lurking looking for a Vic. Nigga thinking with his dick, that's an easy lick. Kicking the doors, notorious, is well known. Talk tough, but only gangsta on a cell phone. Just know the G's gon' get it in on the mission. Before it's done, they ain't leaving a witness. Back out, running the crib like a trap house. Straps out, can't do shit cause you assed out. Could get you lined by an internet diva. Ain't it ironic how my sister named Mika?
Have you on camera, ass up, looking back. Somebody please tell me what kind of gangster is that? Thought you was a real one, but I take that back. You a sus nigga with a team full of rats. Keep losing respect, you can't get back. I know you know some real niggas, but you ain't that. You a certified weirdo, talking this and that. How you calling niggas out when you the same type of cat? Type of work popped up, and where the fuck you at? No smut on your name, nigga, what the fuck is that? But be calling hoes like, don't forget the strap. Waiting until he get his ass cheeks clapped.
Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down.
Whole new meaning when we say you niggas whack now. Weird niggas better check these whole bitches back. How you represent your hood, getting caught with your ass out. You with the industry, I think that nigga really trapped now. I'ma take the side that I'm supposed to. You on Clubhouse, you should be on Pro Tools. I wouldn't sign to you, all your artists old news. Nigga think you should night, this ain't the old school. From North Cali to the South, nigga. We hate watching niggas crash out, nigga. You too old to be doing shit for clout, nigga. We ain't with the going out like a clown, nigga. You know you wrong, nigga. How the fuck you get caught without them draws, nigga? Hella old and exposed, like come on, nigga. Now that big U cosign is gone, nigga.
It ain't so on my son and a dead low. Nigga caught him slipping with his booty to the sky, bro. Nigga, how you lie, though? You get the gay bars, yo. Laid across the bed, want a man between the stars. Whack hoe, no honey, want a fade that's running. Man, fuck you, Bricc, gun it, but I know you don't want it. You ain't on that level, stick to bang your naked in chest. Who a nigga change your channel with this infamous gas? It's the Google gang, Google what I do to your man. On behalf of Spider Locust, fuck you too, gang. Me and Doja, bitch boy, it's over. Better keep it on the swivel, never know when I'm on you.
Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down.
Check me out. Like a snow cone, my flow so stone cold blooded. Blood in his mouth, now his teeth are rose gold studded. SPI said to call him whack hoe. No honey, niggas need that, but whack rap won't go. Run it naked on Clubhouse, nigga you a fruity loon. Really with the gay play, Ray J's booty goon. Ask the CPT, the streets keep none of you. You went from PPP to a BBW. Lion, crater face, Pinocchio with the big nose. Got 40 shot and sold guns to the 6 O's. But for this, he be less honored. He stripped for the bitch, they call CPS on a nigga.
Whack 100, face all bumpy. Egghead nigga, mama shoulda named you Humpty. I dump thee, nigga, you are nothing. We all know the story, you the draws down, homie. DOE, I do my dirt by my lonely. And don't let me catch you in Kentucky. KY Jelly, probably all that you want. And I bet you the booty goon that Ray J was flaunting. I heard you a rat, that's why you like to fuck with him. Fruit booty nigga on Clubhouse, ass up with him. All that pop shit, and that nip shit, it makes sense why you in Cali watching Nip Dick. On Netflix, wanna be tycoon. Heard about that whack 100, Jeffrey Dahmer Part 2. Draws down your new name, and nigga, oh, the irony. Your face look like Warren Fishburne, or the butt cheek. It's real rap, all facts over feelings. It's a hit on your name, and you know I'ma kill it. SBI say to get him. You know a nigga whack, it took 15 minutes just to hop on the track.
Boy, don't get caught with your drawers down.
They telling me it's a nigga laying on the bed.
The culture, California set the trend of who we are today, man, in the South. The Crips started 50 years ago. You fast forward to 2020, man, you got niggas dying and killing down here behind Grape Street, behind Hoover Street, and they ain't never been, and they ain't never going, and they ain't never seen it. But they'll kill you behind it. They die represented. They hurt their mamas for it. They abandon their children to represent. You see what I'm saying? So Confucius once said, he who controls images controls minds. Y'all gave us these images.
Them G's don't play, la la land is hot. Set up shop, sell them grams and clock. The news link for Los Angeles is la la land. Yeah. Now he say, she say, I'll get you shot. We just sell them things, evade the cops. Your best come deep, cause you can lose your life in la la land.
Royal blue Dodger hat match with the blue ring. Royal blue Chuck tees with big blue shoestrings. Not the hockey team, no, we the true kings. Infrared carbine, that's how we do things. Most of these niggas smoke la la, man. You can call this law scandalous a la la land. The home of Tookie, OJ and O'Shea. Think it's for play out here, nigga, okay. The G is over all, y'all just like to hate. And we know dating's old, but we just like to skate. We stay flossing from Carson to Slauson. The grass is greener from here to Pasadena. It's Southern California, but it's still gon' rain. Big bullets get wet and I feel your pain. We love to set, that's all we got out here. It's so cold in these streets that it's hot out here.
Them G's don't play, la la land is hot. Set up shop, sell them grams and clock. The news link for Los Angeles is la la land. Yeah. Now he say, she say, I'll get you shot. We just sell them things, evade the cops. Your best come deep, cause you can lose your life in la la land.
It ain't a game out here, you find misery and pain out here. Homie, we hustling the summer sleet or rain out here. California, ride till we die for the skrill. We claim we do it for survival, but it's all for the thrill. Got to get it with it, spit it, hit it through your fit it, split it, bang on them, so they know that the hood did it, no mistaking. West side rider for real, it's like a demon that's inside us, that incite us to kill. Bang, bang, and lay our life down for the gang. I seen a nigga lose his life for trying to fight for his chain. It ain't a game, it's insane, the whole hood dysfunctional. Retaliation seems like the only time we punctual. That's real, cuz we drink and smoke drugs, but it's something about a gangster, cause bitches just love a thug. I think we got the downest hoes on the earth, the baddest bitches in the world, they come from right off the turf. La la land.
Don't play, la la land is hot. Set up shop, sell them grams and clock. The news link for Los Angeles is la la land. Yeah. Now he say, she say, I'll get you shot. We just sell them things, evade the cops. Your best come deep, cause you can lose your life in la la land.
Overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie.
SPI
Can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be everything that they wanna be. Yeah.
This time around, I ain't moving with a gang of homies. By my lonely, couple bad bitches hanging on me. For sure, sharpshooters on deck though. Will I ever let my foot up off these bitch niggas' neck? No. Blue Bentley getting blunted. Wonder how it come to that. Can't let a rat do me like they done my nigga Thundercat. Baymax, place nothing above my paper. Couple slugs for the haters, but I love my neighbors. Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
On the east, the streets anticipate my new release. Legendary beast, peace to Lil Tootie Reese. 97,000 in a day's work. It hurt to read the paperwork, we from the same turf. Talking super turned up to make things worse. Passed out passes in the past, I take the blame first. Go hard when I'm cleaning up the backyard. Queerdos sound like a queen trying to act hard. I represent the truth, we don't play by the same rules. There is no competition cause I can't lose. First is fish and sell them like souvenirs. Blue diamonds in my ear, hella fly,
overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
Look here, the haters act like he don't know me. One man gang, I don't need no homie. On the 7 these days, they don't even see him seldom. Kind of money, who done touch more than me and Melvin? Anybody help him? Hell no, ho. Straight line dollars, they'll dog dough. SBI spot, can't never have it. East side legend like A7 Magic. Honcho hustle. Plus see the bomb in the booth, counting coins like Chucky from Swan. How the most easy with the ends gon' bow down. Ballin', clowning like Benzo.
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
Wasn't that possible? Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
Neighborhood, C-Mac, shout out my low, Spotter Low, cuz. Neighborhood, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, crib.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's
The
mom.
homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch.
My name is Spider Loke.
Spider Loke, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Loke.
Spider Loke.
Spider Loke.
Spider Loke.
Spider Loke, that's my nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Loke. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
You are now in the black box with the homie Spider Loke, the most eastiest. Facts over feelings, keeping it a Google Plex. Feel my campaign.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing it.
Google gang, straight legend. Google gang, SBI. Google gang, Google gang in here. You better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, baby.
Bottom line, love life, show us a blessing. Pull up politic and blow us a session. Spot a local most easty. No mistake in the station. They making them statements. We waking and baking. Word of the day, EC on replay. The marijuana-thon with VJ Keyway, BS and BS. Killing on the track in the black box. We never put feelings over facts. Bay Machiavelli, run me the bread. I don't get mad, I get money instead. I be high, you can tell by a nigga eyes. But wise enough to enterprise, you dig a lies. Contemplating with the Google gang, conversating. Counting coins while these cowards in the comments hating. Only thing count, my count getting another comma. I'm a magnet to the money on my mother mama.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, gang.
If you can't keep it a Google, then don't mention me. Run a check through the set, I bet them niggas mention me. Red Bull and Hennessy, I keep the same energy. No matter on a solo or a couple homies with me. Tell them come get me if they want confrontation. I keep a couple shooters with me. And we right here waiting on shit to pop off. Take a nigga top off, you tempt me. All that BS, you can miss me. Slide down Century, doing about 60 in the gutter lane. Faded off yak and drop the pistol, hopping out the rain. I won't change, keep it a Google the only way. Mention me, I come out and play. That's on the gang. We are not the same. I ain't nothing like these rap niggas. Hanging with bangers, no bodyguards. We all strapped, nigga. All truth, no lies. Facts over feelings. We ain't gonna start something we can't finish. Google gang.
Better keep that shit a Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep that shit Google when you mention me. First sign of disrespect, I'm turning Hercules. It's gonna be a lot of shirts pressed, rest in peace. Keep it a Google, you better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. You better keep it a Google. Better keep it a Google. Keep it a Google. Google, bang.
All right, my bad. Jeter, gratitude is the attitude, cuz it sure is a blessing to be back in the black box as we blow a succession. What's cuz name? Big Dog 909. I ain't made you do nothing. How could I make you watch a video for man? Sitting here in the black box is capable to make you do anything where you are. You have very little control over your own emotions, bro. Make you watch a video. You voluntarily came here and claimed that I made you do something. Wow. That sounds like Karen activities. For those that don't know why the intro is so extensive on my mama, it is because when I first began to do this, someone who was advising me that was an avid YouTube watcher. They were active on a lot of channels. And they were giving me a lot of advice in the beginning, and I used to just come on live and get cracking. And they told me that when they go to, usually what bloggers do is they'll have like a countdown, or they give the chat time to gather. You want the numbers to get up. You often hear people say, all right, get in here. We're going to wait for this number. We're going to wait for this, for that. I don't enjoy that. I wouldn't appreciate doing that. So instead of doing that, I use that time that most YouTubers or bloggers or whatever you would like to classify us as, they usually say, okay, we're going to wait till this many people get in here, spend some more time, go ahead. And instead of doing that, I allow my Google Gang members and the people in the chat to warm up. They like to greet each other. It's a tradition. So it's really just to give people time to get here, and in a more entertaining process than hearing me saying that's what we are waiting upon. Just for those that were not aware, it's not like I'm trying to force anyone to watch a show that they do not desire to watch. It's just that I thought it would be more of an entertaining process to waiting on the crowd, the group, the gang to gather to do it that way versus me sitting up here announcing it, that we're waiting for people to gather. You digitalize. Plus, I think it is established just as unique, different. I hate to be just like or just be doing what everybody else is doing. So I appreciate the uniqueness that we have with our intro versus a lot of others. I see a lot of similar things being done. You know, the Inspire is the greatest act of humanity. So I won't say, oh, they copying and biting, but I've seen that there are people that tend to do similar things that they weren't doing initially. Our word of the day is volition. I forgot to load it up. It's VOLITION. Volition is a formal word that means the power of choosing or determining. Usually, though not always, volition follows on as it left the company on her own volition. Okay, so volition is a formal word, the power of choosing. Okay. Every choice I made was of my own volition and not subject to outside influence. I always use the phrase, I always went but was never sent. So I guess I always went on my own volition. Neighborhood to the neighborhood. Crenshaw District tapped in. Brings us right in to our first subject. Shout out to the Crenshaw District. The 5+1 neighborhoods. Somebody named Nath. I believe that's his name. It looks like you would pronounce it the same way you spell math, like mathematics, but replace the M with the N. Nath Bone, according to the title, he said, I talked to some fruits this morning at the barber. Soulja Boy gonna find out the hard way. No LA gang is gonna have cuz back. Next dead rapper. Book it. Wow. Now, I don't know if everybody here is familiar with what's taking place recently in regards to Soulja Boy and Drakeo the Ruler, rest in peace. I couldn't understand it because Drakeo the Ruler has been deceased for such a long time. I was like surprised to see a clip where Soulja Boy was apparently just going big and bad on him, hoodie from the hood, neighborhood to the neighborhood, big old ends to the end. He was just going big on Drakeo and like talking about the fact that the names are similar or the same, and he was the first one, calling him all kind of out his names. I'm gonna just play some of the clip, and Then we'll keep getting into it. Let's see. Let's get a little low to what Big Drakeo, Soulja Boy had to say. Cause I don't understand. You know, as long as we've been familiar with Soulja Boy all these years, I don't know what would make him jump out there and cause this type of confusion for himself. But this was Soulja Boy had to say.
You see, nigga, nah, nigga dead, nigga. I see that nigga in jail. That nigga was a bitch. I never even said nothing about.
Cause I don't know Drakeo the Ruler. I wasn't up on his music. Wasn't really up on his movement. Barely heard of him. But I am L.A., Compton, born and raised. I know what these streets say. It's crazy. The first time you ever hear anything about Drakeo that is associated with him being a bitch, it's coming from this nigga Soulja Boy. Wow.
The nigga, you feel me? I came home from jail. Niggas on the internet talk about some Soulja Boy dissed you. This nigga hop on the interview and talk about Soulja Boy was a PC. Nah, nigga dead. Fuck you talking about, nigga? Watch who the fuck you speaking on, nigga. You was a bitch. You was a
Imagine that.
bitch ass nigga. You was a bitch in jail, nigga. You see me in jail, it was no pressure, it was no smoke, it was no nothing, nigga. And you was
So, is he denying being in PC? Is he calling him a B because he saw that he was in PC, then he announced it? Or is he a B because he lied on you? Are you denying being in PC?
was in solitary confinement, nigga. Niggas couldn't even get to you, nigga. So, who was really in PC, nigga? Fuck ass, nigga. And I couldn't even speak on it because the nigga died. Niggas gonna be like, oh, he's speaking on the dead. But guess what? Fuck that nigga, because nigga a bitch. Bitch ass nigga. I couldn't even.
This blows my mind. If you came to that conclusion initially, he died, I can't speak on it. He died so long ago. What the got into you to cause you to just jump out of nowhere and do exactly what you said you logically decided wouldn't be the appropriate, proper thing to do? Why now? Can somebody help me understand now all of a sudden?
Get up with the nigga before he died. Bitch ass nigga.
Even at the event of his death, he was proven not to be no bitch nigga. Outnumbered, back against the wall, he went down. Thugging on my mama.
I don't like the nigga. I don't give a fuck if a nigga died or not. I still don't like that nigga, bro. I'll never get on no interview talking about I was in PC, fuck ass nigga. That's why your bitch ass dead, nigga. If you're
on my mama, I'll be willing to bet $1 million than that Soulja Boy was not on no main line. Now, not just the celebrity factor, but the fact that he called himself gang banging, LA gang, and we all know Soulja Boy's makeup. I believe if Soulja Boy had been on the main line in the LA County Jail, we would have all heard about it because he would have got. He has no idea. Oh, blah. Why does it sound like it's muted? Look like it's muted out. Cuz still talking, but I can't hear him. Regardless, we heard enough of what he said. Now let's hear what the homie had to say. Shout out to the homie Bricc, baby. Matter of fact, let me plug our interview. For those of you not aware, the Black Box, this right here, this is a live show. This ain't no podcast, per se. However,
I went on an interview talking.
I do have a podcast entitled Facts Over Feelings, and Bricc, baby, was one of my most recent guests. It is not a podcast that you can find on YouTube. It's not a visual podcast. It is in the audio format on all your podcast and streaming sites. So please go tap in. I really intend on mentioning more and more. I have a whiteboard. I have more than one whiteboard, a couple of them posted, but I need one posted right in front of me with a reminder of things that I need to mention on a consistent basis. However, the facts over feelings, that's FACTZOVAFEELINZ. Facts over feelings, the podcast. I think we like on episode number 7. Bricc Baby was like the last release. Shout out to everybody who's been there. Shout out to the Alex Alonso and the whole production crew. So now we gonna get to hear what the homie had to say in regards. I don't think cuz understand, like, why cause yourself these type of problems?
Whenever I stay at a White Lotus, I always have memorable time.
Somebody trying to get paid. Ads, hold on. Wait till I can skip it, then I unmute it. Soulja Boy, you must be right now declaring that you've decided to stay away from Los Angeles forever, or you decided to really plug yourself into a system of extortion that you would have to probably utilize anywhere, bro. This ain't got nothing to do with this old check-in typical conversation. You played yourself, cuz. What have you heard about cuz and his Los Angeles reputation and make you think you're gonna be able to get away with that? Ooh-wee, oh my mama.
Yeah, I was supposed to make a PSA earlier, bitch. On the dead ummies. Since you big Drakeo, nigga, come outside. Nigga, on the dead ummies, nigga. Nigga, on hood. Go round up whoever you gonna round up and come outside. Nigga, and I be with the Fruit Towns. Nigga, on the dead ummies, they ain't going against this. Nigga, it's too much gangsterism in between that.
That's the message that permeates most throughout it all. The homie that was in the chat said as much. And, now, Bricc Baby said the same thing. Like, shit, Fruit Towns I know ain't giving a about you being an affiliate with they fraternity, thinking that's going to have something to do with what you doing right now. And I believe that. I can't confirm it. I don't know no bunch of Fruit Towns. Shout out to my nigga Ears, though. But I know for a fact, if I had to bet or guess, I would assume it was as such too. Soulja Boy, you on your own, so ooh.
So nigga, on the dead ummies, nigga. Since you popping it like you wasn't in PC, nigga, I was in jail with you, man. All you rap niggas go to nigga $1 Million Road. Niggas called me on the dead ummies.
Soulja Boy would not have an option or a choice. Man, he could holler, scream, beg, and they still gonna send him to PC. Neighborhood Nip the Crip, SIP. And I want to say I can't recall what took place, but I know at a certain point when Cuz went through the county jail, he tried his hardest to express that he would like to stay on the main line. And I believe the guards would not allow it after a certain point on his last trips to the county. No matter how hard he begged and pleaded or claimed that he not wanted to be in a section where they felt like celebrity should be, I don't even think he had a choice at a certain point.
On 6-0, where you was at? What phase you?
And I say that because I can recall being in the county jail and people saying, I remember Nipsey was in here, whoopty whoop, and he was trying to stay on the main line, but they was like, nah. And so I can't confirm that. It could have been jailhouse rumor, but typically when you're incarcerated and certain things are said, you kind of could tell if it took place or not, how many people chimed in. So, you know.
Catch who you know on the dead ummies, nigga. Pop out, nigga. Now we on you, cuz nigga wasn't tripping, man. On the dead ummies, you good thieving ass nigga. You probably can't go around casing them no more cause you stealing, nigga. Dead ummies. We gonna catch you though.
Now look.
Yeah.
Niggas wanna play with the situation like it ain't what it is. Now you got problems you didn't need. So guess what he definitely gonna have to do? He gonna either have to pay or stay the fuck away from damn LA.
The culture, California set the trend of who we are today, man, in the South. The Crip started 50 years ago. You fast forward to 2020, man, you got niggas dying and killing down here behind Grape Street, behind Hoover Street, and they ain't never been and they ain't never going and they ain't never seen it. But they'll kill you behind it. They die represented. They hurt their mamas for it. They abandon their children to represent. You see what I'm saying? So Confucius once said, "He who controls images controls minds." Y'all gave us these images.
Them G's don't play out, la la land is hot. Set up shop, sell them grams and clock. The news link for Los Angeles is la la land. Yeah. Now he say, she say, I'll get you shot. We just sell them things, evade the cops. Your best come deep, cause you can lose your life in la la land.
Royal blue Dodger hat match with the blue ring. Royal blue Chuck tees with big blue shoestrings. Not the hockey team, no, we the true kings. Infrared carbine, that's how we do things. Most of these niggas smoke la la, man. You can call this law scandalous a la la land. The home of Tookie, OJ and O'Shea. Think it's for play out here, nigga, okay. The G is over all, y'all just like to hate. And we know dating's old, but we just like to skate. We stay flossing from Carson to Slauson. The grass is greener from here to Pasadena. It's Southern California, but it's still gon' rain. Big bullets get wet and I feel your pain. We love to set, that's all we got out here. It's so cold in these streets that it's hot out here.
Them G's don't play out, la la land is hot. Set up shop, sell them grams and clock. The news link for Los Angeles is la la land. Yeah. Now he say, she say, I'll get you shot. We just sell them things, evade the cops. Your best come deep, cause you can lose your life in la la land.
It ain't a game out here, you find misery and pain out here. Homie, we hustling the summer sleet or rain out here. California, ride till we die for the skrill. We claim we do it for survival, but it's all for the thrill. Got to get it with it, spit it, hit it through your fit it, split it, bang on them, so they know that the hood did it, no mistaking. West side rider for real, it's like a demon that's inside us, that incite us to kill. Bang, bang, and lay our life down for the gang. I seen a nigga lose his life for trying to fight for his chain. It ain't a game, it's insane, the whole hood dysfunctional. Retaliation seems like the only time we punctual. That's real, cuz we drink and smoke drugs, but it's something about a gangster, cause bitches just love a thug. I think we got the downest hoes on the earth, the baddest bitches in the world, they come from right off the turf. La la land.
Don't play out, la la land is hot. Set up shop, sell them grams and clock. The news link for Los Angeles is la la land. Yeah. Now he say, she say, I'll get you shot. We just sell them things, evade the cops. Your best come deep, cause you can lose your life in la la land.
Black Box Productions, I am VJ Keyway, and it is now time for Real Near Radio, real live and early. Y'all know it's NFL Sunday, so you know we finna be in and out with no doubt. Vicious V, holla at me. What's happening? GG, FDD, Jeter, gratitude is the attitude. How was your mood, sir?
Wonderful, blessing, indeed. Abundantly, and happy to.
And I don't know why. As soon as you got to testifying, it broke up. You want to say that again?
Oh, I'm just happy, blessed, and wonderful. Glad to be alive. You know what I'm saying? Seeing another day.
That's right. Likewise. What you think about your boy? Soulja Boy said he the original Drakeo. What would make someone out of nowhere wake up and disrespect the dead? Like what the heck? It has to be like induced by some type of intoxication, if you ask me.
I'm starting to wonder if homie really doing this mess to keep himself active and in the limelight, in the popularity scene and whatnot. We already done seen this little get down situation with Charleston White. Then got into a small little ordeal argument with Orlando Brown. That ended hilarious and whatnot.
No, he had a what? Wait. He had what with Orlando Brown?
So, Orlando Brown was interviewed, I want to say through Cam News.
Cam Capone News. Shout out to Cam Capone.
Yes. Shout out. Orlando Brown spoke up on him. Soulja Boy responded, but the way his response was, it just seemed like he kept, circling around the same, BS over and over again to make Soulja Boy look like whatever Orlando Brown saying must have been true.
Can you give me any idea as to what Orlando Brown said about Cub?
I'm trying to remember what exactly he said, but it was something to the effect of, Soulja Boy not being the real gangster, or possibly being, on the D-Lo, something like that.
Hey, you know what blow my mind?
Yes, sir.
Orlando Brown on Count Capone out of nowhere said on Bloods. I was like, what the? I know.
Whoa.
I know Count Capone. I had to hit him like, hey, where is Soulja Boy from? He was like, I don't know, bro. I'm like, man, he f***ed me up with that one. And, do anybody know where
I wanted a degree, but
not Soulja Boy, Orlando Brown.
Orlando Brown.
Does anybody know where?
Known.
Do anybody know where he supposed to be from?
I'm not sure where he, claiming and whatnot. I mean, I just want the homie to get straight and whatnot. But do the
people that end up wherever we consider him, do they ever get straight? Do you know any history or a testimony of anybody that got straight from being where we find him?
I know.
So you're staying on your grind? Do you got a lot of stuff coming up?
Got themselves cleaned up and whatnot. Not anything to the effect of what Orlando Brown been through, but it seems like Orlando Brown is like a special case in the sense of he know what was really going on with the whole Disney and all that. You know what I'm saying? And while some people trying to discredit him with him still possibly being on coke, yada yada, whoop whoop, this and that, really, he knows what he know the insides of what's really going on, and I think people are steady trying to discredit him because of what he used to, do with the whole drugs and saying outlandish things or whatever. But I mean, homie really know what's going on. Just people need to pay attention a little more.
Just because he knows what's going on doesn't mean what he's saying is actual. He may know what's going on and not be telling the truth about what he actually knows. You just believe that with a lot of the shocking things he says, you tend to find them factual. Let's hear this right here is what he said about Soulja Boy. Let's check him out. It's an 8-minute clip. Hopefully he gets to the gist of it before the 8 minutes.
The thing that I'm focused on is what matters, the show, the album. That's it.
You're showing the album. Okay.
That's it.
You got anything TV show? I know you got your TV show going.
Yeah, the Orlando Brown show is pretty cool.
That's real shit, man.
Yeah, I'm real happy about the Orlando Brown show. As far as do it, but you use your art.
It must be at the end.
But I honestly have the rest of this year to get my.
You know what I'm realizing? Count Capone, as successful he's been since his inception, salute to him, congratulations. I see he follows some very traditional professional tactics. Because I believe the Soulja Boy conversation is at the end of this clip from what it seems. But it's the only thing in the title. And I noticed when you watch the news, the shit that they lead with and flash the most that make you turn on at that time, they be trying to say that for the last thing to make you watch everything before.
My $20 million or so.
I mean, that's a pretty horrible experience, it sounds like, man.
I mean, yes. Soulja Boy is Whitney Houston. I ain't got a problem with that.
See that at the end. This is an 8-minute clip. The title is about Soulja Boy, and he started talking about Soulja Boy like the 6-minute mark. Let's go.
That's a lot. You made a diss against him a while back.
Type shit. You feel me? So, it is what it is, man. All real brothers and all real sisters that actually went through these kind of situations. We know what it is like, man. It's it's hard. It's hard on those with big hearts. But at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. Gotta soldier up and go through it.
Soulja Boy, another person who stays in the headlines a lot. You made a diss against him a while back.
I mean, Soulja Boy is Whitney Houston. I ain't got a problem with that name, bro.
No problem with him? You know what I'm saying?
With Soulja Boy or with Whitney Houston?
Soulja Boy.
No, I don't got a problem with Whitney Houston.
Okay.
I remember this now.
What made you make the diss song?
About Whitney Houston or Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy.
I ain't make no diss song with Whitney Houston.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I seen it on the internet, but okay. Maybe it was labeled wrong, or.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe Whitney shouldn't have been in Soulja Boy's body because I'm trying to figure out what you talking about.
Did you see the news recently about Soulja Boy being pepper sprayed by
If y'all could see Cuz face.
Charleston White?
Yo, man, I don't know, man. I think people pick on people.
I'm through with it. I can't take it. But the thing about it is this: can't no dummy snap in and out of. I feel what you saying. Cuz ain't as burnt as he come across. Cause can't no dummy flash in and out of referring to Soulja Boy as Whitney Houston to try to bring about that sarcasm and disrespect. There's an intellect involved with him doing that. You digitalize?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to tell a couple people. You know, when I talked about, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, Orlando Brown's smarter than people think. He just play that role. But if you know what I'm saying, read between the lines, he know what he's saying, and some people get triggered by it. I mean, I think he really know what's going on. He really just speaking on it and whatnot. But I guess people think, oh, it's Orlando Brown. He a junkie, drugged up, whatnot. He don't know what he's talking about. But homie speaking a whole lot of facts, because even when people try to come back and diss at him, they rebuttal. It ain't hitting.
Yeah.
Okay, we know dude had an issue in the past. We know we already know that. What else? What you got that's a factoid? What else you got?
That make a lot of sense.
That person, yeah.
So what do you think it means? What do you think it means when he's asked about a male and he's like, oh, he got some good punani? What is he trying to say about that?
Might be something going on that we don't know about. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. That's like. So, and then what do you think about, so when they ask him blatantly about, like, his childhood co-star Raven Simone, and he go crazy with what he did and all that and what she did, you believe all that?
I'm sorry, hands down, with that whole Raven Simone situation, I believe it. I believe it.
That's deep.
Hands down, I believe it. What does Orlando Brown have to lose? You know what I'm saying? Looking at what he went through, and he admitted a lot of things that go on in Disney, because he's not the only star that went through a lot of BS. When he spoke about Shia LaBeouf, you know what I'm saying? And Shia LaBeouf a little older than him. So when he seen it, okay. Well, so that's really to get down around here.
I need to be educated, not only on who Shia LaBeouf is, but what did he say about it?
So in his interview, he said something to the effect of, like, something as simple as, we thought that, these Disney stars or whatever, childlike, supposed to be, innocent kids doing TV. They're grown folks, you know what I'm saying? So it started off with him saying, oh, I seen Shia LaBeouf, smoking a cigarette. And I'm like, damn, so that's what it is, and then it went from a cigarette to, something else. And then we see how, Shia LaBeouf end up damn near crashing out.
Wait, no, but who is Shia LaBeouf, though?
Okay, Shia LaBeouf is the dude from Even Stevens. He was also in the first and second, I think third Transformers movie.
Oh, so you're saying Orlando claims that he thought the whole world was clean cut Disney kids, and he saw.
Yeah.
It started off with him seeing somebody smoking a cigarette, and he like,
Yeah.
And Shia LaBeouf was a childhood star as well.
At the time, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's deep.
But it's a lot of stars that went through that as well. We just think that because it's Disney and it's supposed to be family friendly, we don't know what really go on behind the back scenes. You know what I'm saying? It's like other productions or situations going on, even with P. Diddy. You know what I'm saying? What a lot of people said that he was,
No, that's very.
A whole lot of that.
That's very true. Somebody sent me something today, and I hate that what they sent me is actually in, like, the audio. I believe it's in Chinese because they're talking about China. Is it China or Russia? Russia. Look what this is. Look what this is, bro. You see what this says about Russia politicians claim about Peppa Pig? So if you want to, he's talking in Russian, but everything he said is in closed caption right there. So this is who we consider our most dangerous, threatening, potential enemy. China, Russia, either or, and they both, as a government, typically have the same sentiment about this type of activity. What is it about America that they don't realize this does not add to its strength as a superpower on a world level? Why are we seemingly so willing to surrender what everyone else realizes is a form of not only morality but strength and power? What is it? What's wrong? What's going on over here?
America been a mess since the day that Christopher Columbus claimed to have discovered this land, even though, you know what I'm saying, this was already inhabited by Native Americans and whatnot. It's been a lot of CNUC going on around here. So things like that, I mean, it's hard for me to question. It's hard for me to even, figure all that out. I knew America been a mess.
It's crazy to me because I'm supposed to have my granddaughter a little later today. And had I not...
Shout out to the grandbaby.
Right, I love you, Winter. Had I not seen that this morning, Peppa Pig may be one of the programs, because when she come around, everything turns to her. So we just, me personally, she run the show. So, I go through shit she like to see. Peppa Pig, that's just something I see on the damn thing that I would stop on if it'll hold her attention. It's crazy that you have to pay that close attention to programming for children at such a young age. What you think about that, dude? Creep? Yo, creepy low. I'm just trying to add you in. Go ahead. You can go ahead, Vicious, because I don't know if Creep had thoughts on that particular subject or not. I was just trying to let you know I seen. Go ahead, Vicious. I heard you was trying to say something.
Okay, so with TV shows like that, also similar with a long time ago when the start of Sesame Street, where it was supposed to be about a children's TV show, learning ABCs, 1, 2, 3 is all that, life lessons. And, some people within a certain community tried to claim that the two characters, Bert and Ernie, was, more than just friends. And they've been trying to push that narrative for the longest. And I think that, I don't know if there's anyone exactly behind the scenes with that particular, but, that type of get down, hiding and having certain agendas have been in the back scenes for a long time, where we want to portray it like this here, but it's really like this. We just don't want to throw it all the way out there.
It's sad. It's sad to be understood behind the scenes that Bert and Ernie, from its long ago, behind the scenes, from the producers and the creators, always teased or intended it to come across as a couple, and it was just a low-key subliminal thing that they never really pushed. And then there's also a theory that along the course of time, that was something that they always toyed with behind the scenes. But I am aware from listening to like mainstream talk radio, stream right-wing radio, that there has been a whole fucking scandal associated with Bert and Ernie for years. It keeps coming up every now and then that they want to introduce them as a couple. I'm not sure if they ever made it official, but that's not just some random conspiracy theory. That is really a real thing attached to the Bert and Ernie legacy.
Exactly. And like with even things like that, all the way up to cartoons, the music industry, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that we don't really know as viewers. We just watch it from regular TV programs, YouTube, and whatever's portrayed. Yeah, it's this right here. But when certain individuals come out that didn't really hit their mark, or they was there and they got to them, changed them up, and now, bam, this is what we get. some of them are speaking out and saying, "No, it's really like this." You know, when they try to show it like that, but it's really like this here. With the case of Orlando Brown.
I'm curious as your thoughts as to why you believe there is such an agenda in that particular direction in our country. What is the end goal? What do you think? Why is there such an obsession with creating that to be such a norm?
I have an opinion about that.
All right, go ahead, Creep.
Go ahead.
My opinion about that is really basically on the same subject. And I have a big question about in Hollywood, why are they so quick to dress a man up in women's clothing and have these kids and put them on all these different shows, family-friendly shows, and have these kids looking at that, thinking that it's cool and that's the way. They're giving them an option to choose this lifestyle over a lifestyle that's documented in the Bible.
I'm curious if anyone has any theory as to why they're so aggressive as to, being on that page though. Why?
I personally think
because they trying to put it on the same level, man, as what we went through as black people.
No. They're doing all that, but why? What they when I see sorry, what I just saw, the clip we just saw from Russia, highlighting what the cartoons are bringing about. They're making their statement in order to try to curve that, in order to not see their country go in that direction, because they believe it will lead to a detrimental situation for their country. This is their thought process about presenting the cartoon, pointing out that they don't believe it's correct because they believe that it's going to lead the country in the wrong direction. So they're bringing attention to it, and this is why they don't like it, because they don't like where they see it direct for the future of their country. It's not the right thing. What is it about America that they see about the activity in their future? What do they think? What are they trying to bring about?
I personally feel like,
everybody else, all the intellectuals on the world level agree on so much when it comes to science, nature, and other things. But when it comes to something that popular as a subject, it's crazy that the world powers can be so opposing. And then I wonder the irony of us being in the place where they're so accepting of it, when there's so many practical applications for that behavior becoming more and more popular and rampant. The ramifications for a nation, there's all kinds, no pros.
True. Let me say this real quick, because someone in the chat said Orlando Brown and Charleston White have a lot of similarities. The difference between Orlando Brown and Charleston White is Orlando Brown is speaking out in a funny, comedic type of way, but actually exposing what's going on. Charleston White, on the other hand, is speaking on a lot of things that, one, he should not have, but he's doing this for some sort of gain for the from the non-melanated folk, in which that while he trying to say, well, this is everything's like this and y'all's not supposed to do that, y'all, but he's really doing this for the ones that's really against us and have been against us for a long time.
Is that what you think?
So yeah, they saying wild things, but one of the wild things is to expose, another is to uplift another.
Well, you seem to be an Orlando Brown fan on his campaign. I cannot say that I stand in that category, as a fan.
It's not that I'm a friend. It's not that I'm a fan of his campaign. I'm just one of the people where I look at the folk that really know what's going on, and they don't have a voice or a platform, or they did have one at one point, and they really saying what's going on, but we dismissing it because of some past issues that he had already went through. And yeah, we know, okay, yeah, he was drugged up and he went through this, went through that. Yeah, we know that though. But it's them same people that we quickly dismiss that is really, trying to get us to open our eyes and read between the lines of what's really going on.
Okay,
even when he's pointing out with certain.
So what is it that he's exposing that you would consider valuable knowledge?
I mean, I ain't gonna say too much valuable knowledge. It's the simple things for me that'll lead up to bigger things, like even with him speaking up against Soulja Boy, him calling the dude Whitney Houston. He might be saying dude's really a diva. He's not really about that life.
But why would we give any credence to him just saying that? Might not. What is coming along with him saying that would cause you to have a suspicion about someone otherwise you would not be suspicious of, just because he said that?
Well, not so much just he said that. I've always, been a person where let's take YouTube for instance. I don't really so much pay attention to the people that have the big numbers, the platform, the highlights, all that. Because
thanks for letting me know where I sit, because I know I don't have none of that. You pay attention to me, so thanks for describing my platform. No, I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead. Yeah, you did. You walked right into that one. But go ahead, 2V. I'm just fucking with you. I don't want to fuck up your thought. I could not let that pass though. But go ahead.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Oh my
what I'm saying is this here. Because people are so quick to gravitate towards certain individuals, because whatever they say goes, we just run with it. It's certain people that really have been in them areas, been in them places, seen what's going on, stand on principle, stand on this, believe in that.
But I'm saying you're getting vague in general. We're talking about Orlando Brown, and according to the concept and logic that you're saying, what is it that he said that exposes the other side that the general public doesn't know, that you feel like is so true, that is appreciating, that we wouldn't believe? Like what? Like what does he say? Because all he said is like weird, kinky, goofy, private shit. He ain't said it. I'm curious, are you saying he's exposed some type of unfair process that everybody needs to be aware of, or he's telling what everybody did, from what I can tell, when they felt nasty? How is that empowering, or how is that anybody's business for you to be exposing what people do when they get intimate? For what reason?
Yeah, it makes sense. But I mean, me personally,
especially
like I said,
especially if you participated, we always looked at kissing and telling as sucker shit. And then, so if you in a circle to where people have let you privy to they, whatever they into, and you participated, then you come back out, what is your motivation of telling? It's like kind of like Hassandra. You did all this old nasty, stanky stuff, and now you trying to discuss the activity as if you don't approve of it. It's like, what the heck?
Nah, I get it. Just me personally,
that situation is kind of similar to, by him doing that, I don't agree with that shit, man, but by him doing that, it's kind of similar to that situation that Candy and Portia went through on Atlanta Housewives. You get invited to all this kinky shit with the toys and all this and that, the chamber, you know what I mean? And then for whatever reason, y'all fall out. Now you're going to expose some shit. You wouldn't expose them if you was in that room enjoying yourself with them.
I wish I could relate to that actual show. I've never actually watched it, so I'm not really sure what took place, what you're referring to, but I could kind of keep up with the concept. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a universal concept.
They was on some freaky deaky stuff.
Yeah.
Real freaky. Yeah, real freaky. Real freaky. And then it came out. Portia felt some type of way about something that went down with Candy and her being husband or boyfriend or something, man, and it all came out.
That's deep. Yeah.
Mm.
But that's usually how people operate. So I could imagine why it would remind you as such. But you know, everybody want to factor into the fact that Orlando Brown comes across as not all the way together up top. So, like the homie say, a lot of people would discredit what he says. I'm just curious as what his motivation is for exposing all these secrets. That's all.
I think it's a ploy to keep himself relevant in the news, being that he's been going through everything that he's been going through over the years.
But you can, no, but that's vague. That's vague.
No other motivation to come out about.
No, that's vague to say he's been going through what he's been going through. I want somebody to articulate exactly what it is that he's been going through. What is he exposed that he went through?
Shit, whatever, if it's mental health, whether it's drugs, whatever they got him acting the way that he acting, stepping out, saying everything that he's saying, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? It's driven by something.
Right.
So, overall, you view him as a victim of that environment to some degree.
To some degree, I'll say so.
In all honesty, I don't view him as a victim of that environment because we all got choices, bro. We all got a choice to indulge in whatever we're going to indulge in or not. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't look at him as a victim of that environment. I look at him as a person that made a choice. He made a choice to go about doing something that he chose to indulge in, and the after effects is leading into today.
I got something.
So I don't give him a pass like that. He don't get a pass like that with me. He's just saying a whole lot of erratic ass shit that's not adding up, and whatever his motivation is behind that he's saying, as a person.
Yeah, I feel you.
My sound had gone. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I know y'all can hear me. I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I can hear y'all. So yeah, still answer me. Can you hear me? See, when y'all talk back, this connection is feeding up. Vision. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can hear y'all.
Yep.
I wanted to switch it up, and I want to play this clip and get y'all thoughts on this clip. All right.
All right.
Indeed.
Attending the Chris Rock show by myself.
Yeah. She said the female saying this is so fun. Where it go? Here it go, right here.
I had a very interesting weekend. It started by me attending the Chris Rock show by myself.
Okay.
I have been a lifelong Chris Rock comedy fan. For me, Chris Rock is done. Chris Rock was so clearly shucking and jiving.
Don't tell me that.
He was so clearly curtailing his bits for white claps. It was just full on, unapologetically anti-black.
Really?
This black ass man was sitting in this auditorium. Basically what he said was, I'm black, but I'm not a...
And he said it in front of a room full of white people.
Right, and they were laughing their fucking asses off,
Yeah.
Dustin. I left halfway. I was disappointed. I was hungry. Let me just take my black ass on to Checkers. I left there thinking he needed to be slapped one more time. I didn't like the first slap. I thought it was just, whatever. But now I'm like, what the shit? Where's Big Willie when you need him?
Let's not all speak at once, gentlemen.
I agree with her.
Man.
Hey, she spoke a bar, huh?
I agree with 100%. I mean, think about it. Let's look at the history, though. When he did one little documentary speaking on black women's hair, whatnot. In some areas, he shitted on it, whatnot. Speaking on black women with the whole wig situation, like the other side don't wear wigs as well. He's going through all this. Got divorced from his black wife, ended up being with someone else. So I guess now with him trying to quote unquote reform himself and the whole slap situation got everyone feeling like we're a sympathizing fan of Chris Rock. I look at things from the past situation. Was he cooning in such a way? Yeah, I believe so. And not to mention, he was on some, I want to say, show or whatever with other non-melanated people and allowing them to say the N-word and whatnot.
Hey, I'm trying to look for that clip right now. Go ahead. Oh yeah.
But yeah, so
oh wait, never mind. Hold on, that's crazy. I was looking for that.
What is up, you guys? And welcome to Joins In and the N-word.
There you go.
The negative things we joins in and laughs along with them without missing a beat. If you still haven't seen the clip, here's a snippet.
He's the blackest white guy I fucking know. And then all the negative things we think about black people. This fucker.
You're saying him.
Yes, you are the nickest fucking white man I have ever.
I don't think he could do that. I don't think he has those.
There's only two. I mean, no, you don't even understand.
Really?
You don't really know him like. I've worked with him.
Like you're been I wouldn't use it anywhere.
No, exactly. These two.
We
use
say
that
you're on stage.
on stage.
You guys don't. That's
Yes.
that's the difference.
That's the
Here.
difference between.
That's right. That's right. We say that you're on stage. You guys don't.
But that's definitely a pairing.
Who says you're on stage?
We don't.
Well, you just did.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You and me say private.
No.
These two guys.
Whoa.
These two guys don't. I don't believe he says it in private.
I'm giving it up just because it's played.
I don't believe it's. I don't think you've ever said it probably in your life.
No.
No. Yeah, that's it. That's the huge difference between you and me, I think.
Well, you found the humor of it.
Yeah.
I haven't found it.
Right.
Nor do I seek it.
So, as you can see, Chris Rock calls Louis the blackest white guy.
So it's crazy you brought that up because as you were talking, I was searching for that clip, and I can't agree that what she describes pretty much reminds me of that clip.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, so, I'm not a fan of Chris Rock is for that particular situation. And like I said, here we are now, years later, he gets slapped by Will Smith. Not going to go too deep into that, but, everyone looks at him as a victim and yada, yada, whoop, whoop. No, I don't rock with dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
I didn't approve of Will Smith's behavior based on Will Smith's behavior. But I didn't really look at him as a victim either, though. Like, I was aware of that clip and a couple others. He always, for a long time, I won't say always, but for a long time, he's come across to me as someone who would prefer not to be black.
Exactly. That self-hate is a motherfucker. It really is.
Hey, what's the difference between Chris Rock, O.J. Simpson, and Bill Cosby?
Okay. I mean, damn. Chris Rock ain't went to jail?
Nope.
Really, that's the only difference. Outside of that, these people do not consider themselves to be of all race. You know it's bad when a man
Wait. I ain't gonna let you throw that on Bill Cosby. We might not have liked, some of the uppity things that he said toward the later years, but you telling me Bill Cosby didn't consider himself black?
Yeah.
I didn't know that about Bill Cosby. I thought Bill Cosby was one of our most.
That was more direction of OJ. As far as Bill Cosby though, Bill Cosby's opinion on the black community over the years has been extremely harsh and aggressive.
I recall when social media became a thing. I can recall him making those posts with those real harsh expressions. You know who else used to have those expressions? Steve Harvey. But go ahead.
Yep.
Oh, indeed. He's not exempt from it either.
But Steve Harvey is switched up. Steve Harvey has ceased to be so derogatory and outspoken against the genre, although it may deserve more of what he was saying now than it ever has. But go ahead. Because you know what I realized?
The wonderful thing about Bill Cosby, man, Bill Cosby set up all the dreams. He set us all the dream that we can be doctors, we can be lawyers, we can go to college, we can live this beautiful, spectacular, unblemished life. You know what I'm saying? He fed us that dream and then turned around and criticized us so harshly to the point to where he was going and recruiting different rappers and actually put together a rap song. I don't know if y'all remember that or not.
I don't remember that, but what you're expressing, I gotta still speak on his behalf in the sense of a trial, and I'm his lawyer. And him being an elder, and what you first expressed is he told us, taught us. And then after decades, you're expressing an older man who's looking at a culture who just didn't get it. And now he's expressing frustration. I think we got to give him a pass for that. You're saying he spent decades of showing us a certain way, and then we just didn't get it. Why is he not allowed to be frustrated?
I'll answer that question.
Someone.
Yeah, answer that.
I personally believe that a long time ago, and even D.L. Hughley said it, at one point, Bill Cosby wanted to change how comedy was supposed to be done. The clean-cut comedy with, you know, the way the white comics do it or whatever is exactly how he wanted comedy to be viewed as, even though comedy is subjective. We know that, okay? But from what D.L. Hughley was claiming and sought out to be true, if Bill Cosby would have had his way in changing how the whole comedy game works, we would never have Def Jam. We wouldn't have a lot of our popular comics or hip hop, anything like that today, if he would have had his way.
See, you know what I realize is at a point in time, there was a difference between mainstream and adult entertainment. I think the frustration with a lot of the elders, ancestors, and even myself as a parent, is when you realize the line between adult entertainment and mainstream is no longer. And I think that's what they struggle with most and often. Because I think even Bill Cosby, who would have campaigned for clean comedy, will also enjoy to be able to go to a dark juke joint and hear the filthiest shit in the world. I think he had more of a problem with mainstream, the degradation portion becoming mainstream. It's a similar concept as to how I view Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, and those type of images being the premier images that we have to present as our female representation of success. I would not so much mind if we knew there was a section that represented the brothel. We know that's over there, but I don't understand how that becomes the premier representation of what we have to offer versus a small portion. And I don't think Bill Cosby thought he would ever have the intentions of snuffing out certain elements of entertainment, but I view him as a person that viewed black excellence in a certain form. And if you look at it to this day, if you take it out of the realm of comedy and just take it into music and see who's the only group of people who have music that just talks about disrespecting their women and killing one another constantly over and over again, just destruction to no one but us, then I could kind of understand where the mind frame of someone from his generation, his prestige, who saw our people go through so many stages, I can see how he can find himself in that mind frame.
Hey, okay, and that part that you just described, I understand completely, right? Mm-hmm. And it's still, I believe this is a wonderful. I love the Cosby Show. I love the Dissin World. You know what I mean? I love what he presented to
Fat Albert. Love Fat Albert. Love Fat Albert.
That was just one portion of. That was just one portion of what could have been. Okay, but you cannot open that door and show us that and close the door behind you on what's really going on. What's really going on is motherfuckers is in the hood struggling. My mother wasn't no doctor, no lawyer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we can't. Okay, that's fine.
I mean? But I didn't know too many people in my family didn't go to college.
But that our struggle is not subject to his perception on his social media posts in his 70s. We gotta allow him to vent and keep going on with our struggle. We can't hate him. Or we don't. I mean, we walk through the door just like Minister Society. It wasn't fuck Kane grandparents when he told him, Kane, do you mind if you live or die? Let me show you some scriptures. all right, we not really trying to hear it, but it's not fuck you because you see the world different from, you don't see our struggle correctly. The grandparents are wondering why you not out here in the world using these scriptures I tried to raise you off of as your strength. The same way Bill Cosby was confused and perplexed why his people went through the whole civil rights struggle, 70s, and I gave you all this game, tried to show you black excellence. He's frustrated as to why his kids didn't get it the same way Kane's grandparents was. But it ain't fuck you. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's like I understand that you don't understand.
Yeah, that's true.
I understand that you don't understand. And I think that's more of what we should get for Bill Cosby. Now, I'm not really as familiar with the OJ legacy as much as I was with Bill Cosby. I wasn't raised off a actual image of OJ like we had of Bill Cosby. So I hear people say he had turned his back on the culture and considered himself not really one of us. And when I've looked at so many documentaries, I can kind of see evidence of that, and my father has expressed that to me. However, with Bill Cosby, the only thing I know to be anti are those social media posts that you're referring to. I remember when he took on that public persona, but I remember feeling how you felt back then, but in maturity, I kind of view it slightly different. You know, our elders often look at our situation a lot different than we look at it, and it doesn't cause us to feel like, you ain't shit. Bill Cosby was a hell of a motherfucker. I don't even agree with the way they railroaded him on these cases. Because what I'm so confused about is I haven't become aware of one person that said he snuck anything on me. It seems like all accounts said he handed me something, and then later on I felt a certain way. And it's like he got found guilty based upon the different individuals' tolerance of what they agreed to take. And I don't think that's fair. He's not even a real doctor. He only played one on TV. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, my mama.
Oh, my God.
I mean, on his case though, I do disagree how they did him though. Like if he was going to be found guilty of anything, they should have did that 30 plus years ago, not all the way now when he's older and whatnot, and knowing that if he does all that time, he could possibly die in there. I wouldn't want to
that's
take
what
people
they
out
was
like
trying.
that.
No, that's what they was trying to do. That's what they was trying to do. So they got something on the new black generation of men. They dying young, but our genetics used to be so strong. They was trying to get rid. Look, especially when you take care of yourself. Sebi wasn't going nowhere. Look what they had to do to Cuz.
True.
They wanted to get Bill up out of here. They probably wonder why he ain't got up out of here. He's still kicking. That nigga still over there got some money to spend.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
but I believe they after all them cases, the little bit of time he did, they did gain $350 million out of there. So I feel like it was a money thing.
They did, but just
really what it was.
Think about, you just fucked my head up because we try to pay back around here, but just think about how much money you got to have if a nigga could take $350 and you still rich. God damn.
Man. I'd retire early. I had
That's called next level black excellence.
Indeed. Yeah. Massa Musa. But yeah, it's
what Eddie Griffin said though. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, please, indeed.
But it's also like what Eddie Griffin said. And I remember in the interview he did that, you know, as a black male in this country, you know, you're never gonna die without an asterisk behind your name. They gotta pin something on you to try to tarnish your legacy. What he said: Michael Jordan, gamble. Michael Jackson, child molester. Bill Cosby, pilled women. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. They always try to have an asterisk.
We gotta play this. We gotta play this game. Devil's advocate. Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington. Ooh, they got some on Denzel. Oh crap!
No, I'm asking you. You was naming the shit to every.
Oh,
nigga.
I haven't heard anything about Denzel.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. We got some that's apparently look like they gonna slide on out pretty clean. Are you saying something gonna come up on Denzel too?
I hope not.
Hey,
I hope not.
The only thing they tried to tie Denzel to is Harry O. That's the only thing they got on Denzel.
What they saying with Harry O and Denzel?
They said that Harry O was the one that started Denzel I think back when he started, right before he started up the Death Row.
Nah, I'm gonna say right now, even if they could prove that one right now, that still ain't nothing on. I don't claim that as a nothing to have on him. So what? I ain't gonna. I mean, that don't.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying that's the closest thing you gonna get to him.
Yeah, well, he couldn't. Yeah, well, he ain't got nothing yet. Then we gonna still consider him clean. But it's crazy you say that because I could add to your list, but I was trying to like do the opposite. You feel me? Because you forgot about Kobe. It's some, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of them. Tupac's, the Mike Tysons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a whole lot of them.
Yeah, it is a lot of them.
Hey, look at it like this.
The Michael Vicks.
Dress the black man up.
No,
yeah,
they're not.
They're not trying to dress the black man up in women's clothes. They trying to lock you up, man. They build you up to tear you down. When they have no longer use for you.
Yeah.
You're gonna get Bill Cosby. You're gonna get Michael Jordan. You're gonna get Kobe. You know what I mean? And all the other greats that they tried to tear down, Tupac. And, you know what I mean? The list just go on and on. When they have no further use for you, they build you up to tear you down.
True.
Oh, somebody in the chat said LeBron is clean, no scandals. I got to agree with that. Obama, scandalous, not scandalous, scandalous. You know, I don't know nothing about.
True.
You know.
I mean, LeBron is clean. Well, yeah, LeBron clean. I ain't gonna say nothing about that, man.
Look, bro, we definitely not finna actively throw dirt on none of our people that don't deserve it. So, if they ain't did it, we not finna present. We not finna present.
No. I wasn't gonna throw nothing on his name though. The most, and this is me personally. This ain't for everyone. This is me personally. And I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna use this to say he not clean, but I have a small little issue with you leaving one team to go to another team, and your supposed fans from that prior team was burning your jersey, and they took dolls that represented your family, and they put them on nooses and burned them and whatnot. They did all that in Cleveland. He left to go to Miami. All right, he did his thing in Miami. He went back to Cleveland. The same team, the same crew of fans that had dolls of your family and burning and whatnot. You went back to that. I'm not gonna say that would make him dirty, but that's a little odd to me because I wouldn't return to no team like that. But that's just me personally. Bro, I ain't gonna say that.
Bro. You all I have visions of black and white videos of blacks sitting down in restaurants where they weren't appreciated and getting socked up.
True.
Like that just not qualify for what we talking about. If just on an intellectual level, there could be a million reasons why he's going back saying, fuck you, watch me come back, and now I'm going to stimulate your tax economy just so you know who I am, even though you hate me, watch you love me. It could be a lot of, even if you want to judge him on that spectrum, it's a lot of reasons you could think he made that move versus he was selling out.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't consider it selling out. I just find it a little odd though. But that I wouldn't put that on the level of selling out. That's just my personal thoughts on it. Just me personally.
Look, this is what we gotta do. We gotta stick to the scope of what we're discussing. We're talking about the scandals similar to the OJ, the Michael Jackson, the Bill Cosby, attached to black excellence. And we're talking about those that fit in that category that we may see or may not have a legacy that goes from start to finish without anything attached. We're not trying to create things. We're trying to see who can we classify that not fit in that category. Any more examples you think? High level. Because they smut. They smut Malcolm. They trying to call Malcolm a Skittle boy now. Then they say that they try to smut Martin Luther with all the extras, say he was paid, bought, and had all kind of Henny on and all, and he wasn't really. So he got something that they try to attach to him already too. He got ski now. The feds was recording, supposedly playing stuff for his wife that he, you know what I'm saying, wasn't proud for her to hear. So who else can we put in that category that we're trying to at least put LeBron, Obama? Who else do we have? Denzel. Who else can fit in that three-head, that trio right now?
I would put Russell Simmons in that category. I would put Tyler Perry in that category.
Well,
I would put
No, I'm listening.
Oh yeah. Okay. Russell Simmons in that category, man. It's a whole lot more black people, man, that did it right, that don't have no scandals on them, that people can come back and try to tarnish them for.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
The most that they can do at this point to them men is try to tear them down.
I respect everything you're saying about both of those people, and I'm gonna have to just bite my tongue because in the world we living in, there's a certain thing that you could attach to both of them that is no longer classified as such a scandal no longer. So, yeah, you're right. Russell definitely represents excellence to a large degree. The other individual you mentioned as well. Actually, yeah, you can't take that from. I just hate how involved he is in bringing about this acceptance of that activity that we discussed earlier. He's one of the people that just shove it down your throat, in your face, pause, no homo, all that. He just wow. He blows my mind. And for him to be so mysterious with his actual preference, it seems like he's so part of the agenda on down low. Man, I used to like the show, The Haves and the Have-Nots, man. It was but for the only I couldn't take it no more because it was just so heavily on that unnecessarily. It's like, then you ain't see this nigga Tyler Perry, man. It's a movie, one of the Medea movies recently that came out, cause I think it's the latest one. But it ain't got nothing to do with the movie, cause at the end, this nigga do a whole thing where he dress up like Beyonce and do a whole performance like on a stage with a whole cause it's $1 million production for nothing, no other reason for him to have the experience to feel like Beyonce. Who in the world needs to see Tyler Perry dressed up like Beyonce doing a whole set? It wasn't a 4, 5, 30-second clip or 2. This nigga did a whole set with the skirt, the wig, the backup dancers, the band, pyrotech, shit sparkle. He did a whole set at the end of a movie that was already over.
That was Medea Homecoming.
Medea
Homecoming. I know what you're talking about.
Somebody just typed it. Megan Davis, thank you. What was all that about? What is that for?
Hey, cuz I want to say something, cuz, but I ain't gonna say it. I'm not even gonna attach one thing to that, because I know motherfuckers gonna be like, you a cold nigga for saying that shit. Like, nigga,
man,
this motherfucker's traumatized from.
You
know what I mean?
You can't do that, bro. That makes no sense for you to just do what you just did, bro. You are obligated to say it now, nigga. You got to, cause otherwise we didn't need to hear all the extra shit.
All right, cuz, all right. Look, fuck it. Hey, he was getting touched on as a kid. From what how he put it out there, you know what I'm saying?
He's claimed that.
Oh yeah, he claimed that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand why they try to disassociate.
A family friend was touching on him and for years.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I believe it was either one of his uncles or the mother's boyfriend or something to that extent. I can't, so don't quote me on that, but he definitely owned that.
Yeah.
So him dressing up in the women's clothing and all that shit, that might stem from his times back then.
No, that make a gang.
I'm not making no excuses for no nigga dressing up in women's clothing and prancing around like he's Beyonce. Like, ain't no real man finna do that.
No, but you know what I mean? But you know what's ironic about what you're saying is another individual who was recently reported was treated similar by his auntie or his uncle, and it motivated this.
Nah, they ain't got no nut with no whack ass in it.
Don't get comfortable, strong.
When I'm naked, I lay on my side, I lay on my stomach, I lay on my back.
No Hanes, Calvin Klein's, Fruit of the Looms, Mushroom Moon, suited up in the room, waiting to be manipulated, mounted and mauled. Madam Ika said, nigga, strip down to your drawers on the set. Must not have heard her correctly, cause cuz bit the pillow laying literally naked. Biggest mouth, bad girls clubhouse, pyro, belly down, booty up, buns out, lucky. She work with the creep and the duct tape, freaky ass fetish film, one man fuck tape, wiretap nigga, known to tip the laws off, nasty on the camera with your motherfucking jaws off.
You be screaming till you pass out. Who knew you did it with
with your ass out. Talking to you blue in the face. I'm just trying to take blue to the bank, 2 to the face, 2, 2, 3 is a K, and K can't make you a real nigga. I pray for any nigga that deal with you. I shoot the Tommy off the hill, figure wow. This might have put you on the menu. I got a pack of draws I can lend you. Big business, what I'm into. I got a pack of draws I can lend you.
Don't get caught with the draws down. Don't get caught with the draws down. Don't get caught with the draws down. Don't get caught with the draws down.
When you get caught up, I hope them statements don't get bored up. We them niggas that's wicked, no need to warn us on one. Out lurking looking for a Vic. Nigga thinking with his dick, that's an easy lick. Kicking the doors, notorious, is well known. Talk tough, but only gangsta on the cell phone. Just know the G's gon' get it in on the mission. Before it's done, they ain't leaving a witness. Back out, running the crib like a trap house. Straps out, can't do shit cause you assed out. Could get you lined by an internet diva. Ain't it ironic how my sister named Mika?
Have you on camera, ass up, looking back. Somebody please tell me what kind of gangster is that? Thought you was a real one, but I take that back. You a sus nigga with a team full of rats. Keep losing respect, you can't get back. I know you know some real niggas, but you ain't that. You a certified weirdo, talking this and that. How you calling niggas out when you the same type of cat? Type of work popped up, and where the fuck you at? No smut on your name, nigga, what the fuck is that? But be calling hoes like, don't forget the strap. Waiting until he get his ass cheeks clapped.
Don't get caught with the draws down. Don't get caught with the draws down. Don't get caught with the draws down. Don't get caught with the draws down.
Whole new meaning when we say you niggas whack now. Weird niggas better check these whole bitches back now. You represent your hood, getting caught with your ass out. You with the industry, I think that nigga really trapped now. And I'ma take the side that I'm supposed to. You on Clubhouse, you should be on Pro Tools. I wouldn't sign to you, all your artists old news. Nigga think you should night, this ain't the old school. From North Cali to the South, nigga. We hate watching niggas crash out, nigga. You too old to be doing shit for clout, nigga. We ain't with the going out like a clown, nigga. You know you wrong, nigga. How the fuck you get caught without them draws, nigga? Hella old and exposed like, come on, nigga. Now that big U cosign is gone, nigga.
It ain't so, on my son and a dead low. Speaking caught up slipping with his booty to the sky, bro. Nigga, how you lie, though? You get the gay bars, yo. Laid across the bed, want a man between the stars. Whack, hold no honey, want a fade that's running. Man, fuck you, Ricky gun it, but I know you don't want it. You ain't on that level, stick the bang, you naked in chats. Who a nigga change your channel with this infamous gang? It's the Google gang, Google what I do to your man. On behalf of Spotter Locust, fuck you too, gang. Me and Doja, bitch boy, it's over. Better keep it on the swivel, never know when I'm on.
Don't get caught with the draws down. Don't get caught with the draws down. Don't get caught with the draws down. Don't get caught with the draws down.
Check me out. Like a snow cone, my flow so stone cold blooded. Blood in his mouth, now his teeth are rose gold studded. SPI said to call him whack ho. No honey, niggas need that, but whack rap won't go running. Naked on Clubhouse, nigga, you a fruity loon. Really with the gay play, Ray J's booty goon. Ask the CPT, the streets keep none of you. You went from PPP to a BBW. Lion, crater face, Pinocchio with the big nose. Got 40 shot and sold guns to the 6 O's. But for this, he be less honored. He stripped for the bits, they call CPS on a nigga.
Whack 100, face all bumpy. Egghead nigga, mama shoulda named you Humpty. I dump thee, nigga, you are nothing. We all know the story, you the draws down, homie. DOE, I do my dirt by my lonely. And don't let me catch you in Kentucky. KY Jelly, probably all that you want. And I bet you the booty goon that Ray J was flaunting. I heard you a rat, that's why you like to fuck with him. Fruit booty nigga on Clubhouse, ass up with him. All that pot shit, and that nip shit, it makes sense why you and Cali watching Nip Dick. On Netflix, wanna be tycoon. Heard about that Whack 100, Jeffrey Dahmer Part 2. Draws down your new name, and nigga, oh the irony. Your face look like Warren Fishburne, or the butt cheek. It's real rap, all facts over feelings. It's a hit on your name, and you know I'ma kill it. SBI say to get him, you know a nigga whack, it took 15 minutes just to hop on the track, boy.
Don't get caught with your drawers down.
They telling me it's a nigga laying on the bed.
They telling him, not a nigga. It's just a nigga, huh?
It's you, nigga. It's you.
He was belly up, trying to get that smelly up. 602, please join the conversation. What's happening, homie? 602, you still with us? He got up out of here, y'all.
Yeah, I'm here, bro. I swear I had food on my mouth. I'm trying to eat my hands clean so I can get off the phone.
All right, man.
I'm
Wait,
with
hold
y'all.
on. Get that done, because I was finna say, right? Get that finished. Finish that process, and then talk to us, man. We don't want to hear all the chewing and smacking.
Amen.
Yeah, let me break bread, man. We, appreciate your patience. We're gonna give you a little now. What's on your heart, my good brother?
Hey man, I like what y'all doing. Y'all helping independent artists get exposed.
No, you missing the point.
I've been in the industry 24 years and it don't happen like
this.
this.
This is what I'm gonna need you to do, OG. Get all the food out of your talking area. I'm trying to say that as clean as I can. Clear it. We need to hear your talking voice free from any obstruction. I don't want to say the S word, but please get rid of this stuff that you're chewing and eating, bro. Get rid of it. Then we're going to let you right back on. Clear your speaking passage. Let's go. You back live. Got it together?
I'm just about done, bro. I got 2 more bites.
All right, we're going to let you hold on. That nigga crazy to the motherfucker.
Man, crazy.
If he, but good as hell.
Yeah, look. Either that shit, it got to be fire or he got to be starving. One of or he must have a very limited time in which he has to take it down. God damn. Guess what, though, y'all?
Shout out to him, though.
Look, if we gonna have patience with him, y'all gonna have to patience with me, because you know what sipping on these will do for you. So you know what I need to do? I need to play a video. I need a reason to be out of your view for about 2 minutes. So I'm finna run one real quick, and in the process, since he get it in, I'ma request. No, I ain't gonna request. I'ma demand that y'all shall not, will not, do not hate on me.
I know that they gon' hate on me when I pull up in that old white Billy truck. I know that they gon' hate on me. I know that they gon' hate. I know that they gon' hate. I know that they gon' hate on me. I know that they gon' hate. They never like the real nigga anyway. They never like the real nigga anyway.
Act like he wanna see the beast. It unleash, he gon' fuck around and be deceased. No tripping. I'm trying to bring the peace, but no slipping. I gotta bring the peace. SPI and Bolo. And blackout till he back out. We stacking, blow smoke for slowpoke. No joke. We hitting Dissin, Logan. They love me, they hate me, they got mixed emotion. We actual factors. This is factual, we don't fuck with it. Guess it's natural, niggas ain't shit. Hoes ain't making, and I'm oh so special, so I know they hating.
I know that they gon' hate on me when I pull up in that old white Billy truck. I know that they gon' hate on me. I know that they gon' hate. I know that they gon' hate. I know that they gon' hate on me. I know that they gon' hate. They never like the real nigga anyway. They never like the real nigga anyway.
They hate cause I come from the bottom, but when I'm in their face it ain't really a problem. They actions, they matching their words. Running their mouth like bitches, they birds. I'm allergic to that sucker shit. Money talk loud, I'm on some other shit. Supporting all my niggas moving. Fuck a deal, all we need is distribution. Cut the check, if you cut me short, I'm cutting eight. I need it all, when you get it, give me a call. Paper chasing, every scene a major statement. They quote my statements, we the real, no debate.
I know that they gon' hate on me when I pull up in that old white Billy truck. I know that they gon' hate on me. I know that they gon' hate. I know that they gon' hate. I know that they gon' hate on me. I know that they gon' hate. They never like the real nigga anyway. They never like the real nigga anyway.
Hate on Me, available on all digital platforms. SPI featuring Park Bo and Blackout, rest in peace. that didn't make the actual video shoot, but if you go listen to the record, you'll see it's actual 3 verses. And my nigga Blackie, he on there. 3 up top. Oh, my mama, love you, Lo. We back live. Let me see if 602 done finished his food, man. I know you gotta be done now, OG. You probably done washed it down with some sweet tea and all that. What's happening? You still there?
Yeah, I'm in the building, brother. I'm sorry. I'm texting, typing. I'm doing 5,000 things on the phone. It's all simultaneously happening. So I'm definitely with you, bro.
Last thing I heard, it says you've been in the industry for 44 years. Can you please explain in which capacity have you served the industry for 44 years? I'm curious.
I've been a business consultant. I've been a DJ. I have a radio network, and not only do I have a radio network, when I was 3 months, I was carrying a radio station. I was supposed to be there for 30 minutes, while I'm saying for 3 hours.
Wait, slow down. You what the fuck? You just went like you said. I believe the DJ part the way you were just saying that shit fast as a motherfucker. Say that again. You want to do what? Say it again.
I was supposed to be at the radio for 30 minutes. My mama brought me down to the radio station. This was KATZ in St. Louis. Y'all can Google that. It's a big radio station. I was supposed to be down there and just come and see my father, and I wound up staying for 3 hours seeing the whole staff. It was just a trip, man.
Oh, my mama.
I was born in this business.
I believe that shit. The way that I see. Remember, I said I believe the radio shit. I didn't even know that's what you said, but the way you said it so quick and just I said, I believe that. That makes a whole lot of sense. That's salute to you. So, and you ended up being in the radio, and then that just spawned into you having experience in the industry, just, utilizing your gifts to move around the network, huh?
Yes, sir. I got 300 members on the winning team. They all from different walks of life. We have different faiths, but we understand it's a problem. We're not getting our money right, so we got to work together, period.
I salute to that, man. I am extremely interested in learning ways we can pull about that type of energy amongst us, man. I'm really trying to focus on that. I think that is the most pertinent, important thing that people of sound mind can focus on. There are other issues that are very, relevant to our survival, but everybody can't do everything. And a heart surgeon pretty much can't prescribe you no glasses. So we need people that specialize in every area that we need help in. I need you to turn down your background, too.
All right. Oh, my bad, bro. All right. You should be good. Yeah, man. But, hey, I'm here, bro. After the show, call me, man. I'll put you in the contact of the world. I got a lot of people I've been dealing with. I lived in 30 out of 50 states. I've been in thousands of shows, so I don't listen to music. I work the music that the world listens to.
Well, look, I'm texting you right now, man. Tell me your name.
Pastor Don Jr. CEO. And that's my website, too. Pastor Don Jr. CEO.com.
You called my show like years ago.
Yes, I did. You remember? Okay.
That pastor,
I like that.
That pastor, that gave it away. The pastor, I remember that. Say less. I just texted.
I'm still doing my thing, man. We've been on this for 7 years straight.
Excuse me, Pastor. This because pastors is some of the most smooth, slick talking, deceptive niggas walking the face of the earth. So I want to ask you some very clear, concise questions. You're doing your thing. Does that mean you are you monetizing content?
Everything, bro. A cash app, it don't work without a cash app.
No,
I'm not getting on the record. I'm not talking on your radio station. None of that.
You told me
it's got to be about money.
So, are you offering services that I can purchase and hire, or are you offering opportunities?
Oh, yes, sir.
No, so that's what it is versus opportunities for me to acquire funds. You are trying to sell services.
It's both. Both. Because some opportunities in this industry, they don't present themselves after you work together for 2 or 3 months. And some people in this industry don't understand how powerful they are until they put it out there to the world. So I work with everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. You just have to have a budget and a direction. Then I can work with you. If you have no budget, no direction, I don't have time to waste. Make sense?
Everybody take notes. I respect that. I'm glad that's the way you answered it versus the opposite way, because we know around here moolah make shit move. That's what's gonna make shit move, especially in this industry. If you finna tell me you know some magic way to make something happen without no money, I don't want to talk to you. I know better than that.
It's like Jack with the Magic Beans. Come on, man. It don't work that way. This is a real business. And when you treat it like a business, you get paid like a business. But you want to treat it like a side chick, you get side chick results.
Take notes. Hey, man, shout out to the pastor. This pastor the pastor is dropping bars, man. Oh, my. I thought you was going to be on some BS, pastor, but I got to give you your little props for keeping it a Google in the black box, because we all about keeping it Google.
Amen.
Oh, my mama.
I ain't nothing like you fucking rap niggas.
You're on camera all day, and somebody's always watching. You never know who's listening. So I appreciate you, Roy. I'm glad you remember.
No,
I'm still here.
not many pastors call in, and then on top of that, present themselves as non-pastors until they have to say their name. Nothing was pastoral about the way you was talking until you said pastor. Not knocking your pastorship, but it made my spirit remember having this encounter before. That's a unique experience.
Amen.
Yeah. Oh my mama.
That's what I try for, bro. It's so many radio stations out there, so many ways to expose your music, but the people want to get the radio play and don't want to break nobody off, and that's not good business.
And I'm not
and I don't believe God sent you to work for free.
I'm not asking this from a personal perspective, but for the benefit of those listening, when you say a budget, give them a range of what's effective. On the low end to the high end, what would be considered a budget respectable of mentioning to somebody with expertise similar as yourself?
Now, I have to say this. A part of the budget, I want to put a disclaimer here. These numbers I'm giving you, this is for me being in for 44 years, and I've been to a lot of different states and networks. But some of these people, they don't understand the power of podcasting and social media.
Tell me this, Pastor.
So you have marketing.
Go ahead. I was going to ask you, is your expertise based upon what you did 44 years ago and some time past, or is it still current success you're experiencing up into the current date? But when you started off with the power of social media, I realized you was already answering my question, so go ahead.
Well, it comes into the day because you got to be able to apply the knowledge you hear, like on the show, like I'm dropping knowledge now. But at the end of the day, you have to remember, it's always something new coming out. Every day, it's we've been on the phone for 20 minutes. It's a whole network app that's out right now. That's going to be the biggest thing since like bread. So it's also the referrals, the contact, the people in your Rolodex. That's how big your project, program, or service is going to be out there to the world. And now, it's not only making it big, but it's also taking care of the ones who don't know. And finding new customers and clients is the hardest thing to do in the world if you don't have a Rolodex.
So customer acquisition, it should be the primary focus.
Yes.
So
yes.
That's
well, and not only that, you want to put out a good product. You don't want people buying Mary Had a Little Lamb. You want them to buy your hit record. So if you write your songs and you send them off to get copywritten, it doesn't do you any service. You don't put no marketing dollars behind sending that song off to get copywritten. Because it is a business.
All right.
If kids make millions of dollars off the app right now, as we speak.
I got to digress a little bit because you're sounding educated from a verbal standpoint, but we need some resume, man. Who have you put any of these principles into motion for over 44 years to give you the expertise to say they work? What can you? Because after 44 years,
get elected. That was my biggest project. I've helped. They got multiple southeastern conventions where I did the marketing. I set up the paperwork and everything. So I'm the guy like the wolf in Pulp Fiction. I come in when you got a problem, and I don't get into who's on it. I fix the situation where it is and keep on going. We don't look back. I mean, you can visit my website. My whole bio is up there. Pastor Don Don Jr.
But see, this is why I'm developing difficulty in accepting what you're saying and trusting you like I do with pastors, because I asked you a very simple question a long time ago, and you've yet to answer it, Pastor.
I'm sorry. I apologize. What was that question?
I asked you, Can you give our listeners a concept, an idea of what you would consider a budget, low end, and a range to high end? Because you said have a budget and a direction. So when you say budget, to give our listeners a concept of what you mean, because that could be $1, or that could be $2 billion. So on the high end,
I'm gonna give you a regular scenario that goes on every day. You put out a hot song, everybody in the hood loves it, and that song makes it to the radio. But you don't have a marketing plan behind it. So while you getting all this radio airplay, you lose an opportunity because people are hearing you for the first time. They fall in love with you, but they don't. You don't have a website. You don't have no way for them to follow up. In this day and age, with Google being everything, we have to have a point of digital presence, a social media presence, and an actual presence in reality. And you got to do those all at the same time. So as far as the budget, a good starting point is every bit of $1,000 to $10,000, depending on the market. If you're in New York, don't think $1,000 gonna get it done. But if you're in like a two below Mississippi, that $1,000 is like $1 million there. So it's not only off of the digital real estate, but it's also where you physically at on the map. All that stuff comes into consideration.
And you're saying that you could be effective with anything from $1,000 up. You can help somebody design a campaign.
Amen. Yes. Yes. Okay. I've worked with people with no budgets. I work food stamp packages where a brother's on food stamps and only get money once a week.
So is there any way, because I don't want to take this as personal information to digest, is there any way you want to allow our listeners to know where they could contact you to tap in with your services? You have social media platform.
Hey, man.
You have a number.
I'm old school, man. I like the phone call. Phone call says a lot. You hear stuff on the background and let's know what you're working with.
Would you mind
I do like cash out, and I
would you
go
mind,
ahead.
Would you mind me sharing your number? Would you like to share it? And I want you to know how I
want
you to know how ironic.
I want calls. I want y'all to call. I don't like what you say. Let's talk about it. But if I don't get feedback, I can't go forward.
But I want you to know how ironic. I want you to know how ironic it is that you want to position yourself as someone as an expert who can advise artists on how important social media platforms are, but yet when we ask where you can be contacted, you profess to be old school and you are not present on social media. That's an ironic fact. But I'm gonna give these people your number.
I'm on 5,000 social networks. It's not that I don't want anybody lazy calling me. If you don't call me, ask me for 4 hours all the same questioning, it's a waste of my time. But if you call me in 5 minutes, you say I got XYZ dollars to make something happen. Now we can have a 4-hour conversation. Normally people talk to you for 5 hours and they never get to why they actually call. You get what I'm saying?
No, I get it so much is why I would imagine you would prefer to give out a DM to get over that, conversation before people get your number. But I'm gonna do it your way. Pastor Don P, y'all. I'm sorry, Pastor Don G. Donnell Green. He's a 44-year veteran in the industry, from DJing to consulting to promoting and marketing. His number is area code 602-478-1619. Once again, that's 602-478-1619. Before approaching him about anything as far as inquiries, make sure you have in place a budget and some direction, some type of idea which you are attempting to accomplish. And when he says budget, he means a minimum of $1,000, and he has a heart and a mind open enough that if you don't have a budget, he does have some free consultation available as well. So I'm gonna allow him to say whatever he'd like to say in conclusion, and then we're gonna get back to the program. It's on you, Pastor.
Hey, I want to thank all the listeners out there in Radio Land. I want to thank you, the listener, because you don't know what you're working on, but you're spending your Sunday morning, y'all chilling with us, you're getting this knowledge, and we're trying to change the world with the winning team. With 300, it's a collective with 300 individuals, business owners, CEOs, all across the globe. And we're working together to bring change. That's what we're about.
I appreciate that.
I'm here, bro. I'm definitely gonna call you at the show.
Yeah, you don't even have to get off the line. I was just gonna shift the focus a little bit.
Okay.
But I want to ask you one trivial question.
Go ahead.
What type of meal did you just enjoy when we first got on the phone?
Oh man, I love independent music because it's the way
No. I said, what type of meal were you enjoying when we first got on the phone?
Oh, my wife had made some steaks this morning. Steaks, yeah. I had me big
Hey, shout out to the wifey for the steaks this morning. That's what I'm talking about.
Come on, man.
Yeah, what you had on that plate? What you had on that plate with them steaks, man? I want to hear about it.
Man, I had some potatoes, some macaroni and cheese. It was like a Thanksgiving dinner in the middle of the morning. But you got to do what we do.
You throwing me off with that 602 area code. You are not in Arizona.
Yes, sir.
But you are not from Arizona.
This is 11 o'clock.
You are not from Arizona.
Come on, man.
You can't be from here.
I'm looking at it like this.
Wifey is not from Arizona getting down like that for breakfast.
Now she from Long Beach.
Okay, but her mama, somebody from back there, south, somebody from back. That's some real. Yeah, them roots. I'm talking about them roots.
You know about that.
Yeah, that's them roots. That sounds like some shit my daddy would have had for breakfast. When you said macaroni, you just told on the whole situation. When you said macaroni, you threw the macaroni in like it was a regular breakfast food.
That's what it is, man. Come on now.
You tell me this, then. It ain't real unless you had a Pepsi.
Go ahead.
Did you have a Pepsi with it?
Oh, no, man. I had my coffee, man. I got hazelnut Folgers.
Okay, salute to that.
I mean, I know it's a heavy meal to drink coffee, but I need that punch so I can be on these radio shows and be at work, not falling asleep.
So
you get me?
So you still DJ?
Yeah, man, every day.
So are you on a internet radio show or actual brick and mortar? Regular radio show?
No, man, I'm actually syndicated in 25 markets, and I've been syndicated for the last 10 years. So it's a lot of radio broadcasts I help out. I drive traffic. I do their marketing, their promotions. I plug them in with their venues. They're actually making stuff happen. I am the CEO of the winning team. There's 300 business owners, and that's actually moving this industry. They're not saying that they got a record and you never hear anything. They actually got records and plaques. So I just sent my
Wait. I speak decent. I listen decenter, even weller, better. I'm following you. You said you are the CEO of a team of 300. And you said they got plaques. What about the CEO of the team? Do you got some plaques?
Oh man, no, I don't rap, man. I stopped that a long time ago. I figured out I could do more for artists behind the desk than in front of the mic.
But I'm saying, do you realize even the people that are actually affiliated with projects that sit behind the desk, they also qualify for plaques? You can get a plaque just for being you could get a plaque for being affiliated with a project for a lot of different things. So I hate to do this, but right now I'm starting to question your knowledge of the industry in 44 years if you are not aware of that fact. Plaques are not only for artists, bro.
Oh, yeah. No, I keep my ear to the street, man. I mean, you ever heard of the company Prepaid Legal? They call it Legal Shield now. And when they first came out, I was responsible for finding people to sign up.
Wait.
Go ahead.
That's a pyramid scam, bro.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, but they paid me the money, and I got some people.
So you know how to take advantage of the people on the bottom. We the people at the bottom, we trying to find some people that can show us how to take advantage of the people at the top. You representing the whole
You need to get my book. I put it all in the book, brother. It's already in the book. It's only 77 pages, and you get it as a PDF, and they tell you step by step what you're supposed to do with money or without.
Pastor. Let me tell you something, Pastor. I view you as a potential investor. If you're not a potential investor or client, that's all you can be. You too much slick talk. If you didn't have that pastor attached to your name, you probably would have got away with it. But your conversation starting to sound like bullshit. It's starting to sound like bullshit, man.
No, well, it can sound like that.
Because you know why our pastors are highly potential of bullshit. This is why. A pastor, the main reason a pastor's potential or propensity for bullshit is extremely high is because they so smoothly tell you how free the gospel is and salvation while they sell it to you. It's the freest gift ever given. And it's constantly some type
That's
of...
a good one.
Oh, wow, it's a true one. Because this is what, look, the biggest slap in the face is the gospel is the free message from God to the world. But yet you can go buy a...
Nah, it costs to serve God. It's not free.
No, hold on.
That's why when you go to church...
Shush up. Hush up. The gift of salvation is free. It's a free gift. This is what the gospel teaches. Yet you can go buy a motherfucking Bible. It's so free. You got it before you was born. The cross, death, salvation, it all happened before you was born. All you have to do is accept it. It is free. Don't try to pervert the gospel as it is right here on my show, nigga. You already sacrilegious with the pastor name. Come on now.
Hey, the business. A church is a business.
Thank you. But wait, hold on. That's so true, Pastor. But nobody hears that from the pulpit.
I'm sorry?
Nobody hears that at offering time or from the pulpit or when you in that water or when you sitting in that seat with all your stress and that man up there sweating and screaming and singing. You don't hear about church being a business then.
Hey, I'm different, bro. I'm a real pastor, and not only am I a real pastor, I don't walk past people that's in need. If you hurting and you call me, you tell me what it is, I'm gonna ask some fact-finding questions, and if I have the means to help, I'm gonna help. But if I ask these fact-finding questions and you just run the game on me, I'm gonna smell a mile away because I.
So as a pastor, when you call into,
you know what I'm saying?
As a pastor, when you call into the show of a prophet that needs
no, I said I'm a pastor. I didn't say nothing about being a prophet. Now you put words in my mouth.
I didn't put any.
I did not say that.
Sir, I put no words in your mouth. If you would allow me the moment to speak, you would know that.
Go ahead.
You're not listening. I said when you're a pastor and you call into the show of a prophet. You hear me? Do you hear me?
You call into the show. I'm with you.
You call into the
I'm
show.
Listening. Go ahead.
To the show of a prophet. That's where the word prophet came in. I called myself a prophet, not you.
Okay. All right.
You just claimed.
We have understanding now.
Okay.
Keep on going. You got it.
And you said when you view a need, you do your best to fulfill it. Now, you know the story of Elisha when he knocked on that woman's door and he was hungry, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm letting you know, you got my number. All your 44 years of being in this service of fulfilling needs, you done called into Elisha's show. And Elisha say, break bread.
Mm-hmm.
God said, break bread. All right, so now, that's what I'm talking about. You got 44 years of expertise and accumulating resources based upon your success. I'm telling you, Elisha is in need, Pastor.
Hey, let's work, bro.
All right.
Hey, like I said, after
wait, hold on. I know. I said you got my number. You can text me. Look, when it came time for Elisha to present his position, guess what? The work wasn't on him no more. The work was on the person he was speaking to.
There you go.
She got it done. So I'm telling you, I'm Elisha in this scenario, and I just knocked on your door. So I don't believe that you sitting there with just enough to feed your child one more meal and y'all gonna die. So you are in surplus. So you done talked yourself into a spiritual situation. You done talked yourself into a spiritual situation, Pastor.
I did. I know what I said
Vicious
because
V.
it came out of my mouth.
Vicious
At the same
V.
time, I'm responsible not only by the book, but the man upstairs because you gotta live by what you say.
Vicious V.
That's one of the old people who say you gotta walk like you talking.
Vicious V. Do Rock Creek. Can I get an amen?
Amen on your behalf. Amen.
Amen, amen, and amen again.
And you know what we have now? You see how familiar I was with the brother once he expressed himself as being a pastor. I could recall his energy. But I was not capable of reaching out and keeping in touch and to some degree making any effort to hold him accountable to anything he said. But now in real time, y'all realize we have become more familiar with whom he is. We see how he expresses himself to be a man of his word, a man of faith, a man of intention. We see how we have made our attempt as a brethren and having similar knowledge of the word. We utilize the word to make a connection, relating our situation to one that is spoken of in the scriptures even those that don't even understand the details, you guys understand how he accepted his position in the parable. And in that parable, what I spoke of, it's a scenario where Elisha, who was the man of God, was walking around. He was a prophet, and he was wandering on a godly mission as a nomad. He had no home. He had no resources. He really had no destination. And as he became extremely hungry and in need of something to eat, he knocked upon a random door, and he stumbled upon a woman who he said, "I am the man of God, feed me." That's how bold God niggas used to talk. Break bread, I'm hungry. She said, "Look, I would love to feed you. I am a virtuous woman. However, I am extremely poor, and all I have is enough oil and meal." Basically, they saying corn flour, whatever it take to make the least amount of a meal that you can imagine. They were very minimal means. She said, "All I have is enough to make a little cake, a bread, whatever, enough to feed my son one more time so he can lay down and die. I don't want him to die totally hungry. This is all I have, and I'm about to make him this cake. I can't eat off of it. I'm going to feed it to him and let him die." The prophet said, "Fuck that." I'm that nigga. I'm tapped in to the top. Fuck, I heard all that. Give me that little cake. I want that. So, according to the Bible, for whatever reason, this woman, listen to me, y'all. This woman, all she had was enough to feed her son his last meal, decided on faith to trust this nigga at her door. Which meaning through the Bible, the message is that they were in touch with the same spirit, because the same person that told him to knock on the door, according to the Bible in the concept, told her to accept this preposterous proposition. But she said, "Fuck it. Instead of feeding my baby, I'm going to give it to this nigga at my door." We would call that a fool these days. That's a dumb broad. But she chose to do that in the Bible, and at that time, the commodity was oil. The reason she was basically poor is because she had no oil. According to the scripture, things were motivated by oil. That was the thing you needed. And she had no oil, and she only had enough oil to make that last meal. So according to the Bible, he told her though, or I don't know if he told her or not, but the way the scripture shit ended up, once she decided to break bread with the prophet versus her own flesh and blood, instead of her not having enough oil to make enough meals to eat, just saying you keep your oil in cups like this. But the Bible says she kept them in big jugs. You know, that's how people kept them all in the city. They say all of a sudden when she went to go look in her empty jug, this motherfucker was filling up, flowing over to where she went and got her next. Yep. She went to get her next empty one. It was filling over to that one. And when that one got full, it was filling over to where she had to go all through the city, get as many empty jugs as she could. And they just kept filling up. So y'all saw me invite him to take a chance to go into one of them experiences. We're going to let him back live, Pastor. Hey, man. You back live, Pastor.
I'm in the building. I'm just loving the conversation, bro. You definitely deep in that word. You might not go to church every Sunday, but at the end of the day, you know God. And as long as you got your own personal relationship with God, that's what matters the most.
Let me tell you
You
something.
can't save nobody else, but you can't save yourself.
I've been to church on a lot of weekends, but it was very seldom and almost never ever on Sunday. I was raised a Sabbath keeper, in the sense that the Bible that you and I both are very, very familiar with says, keep the seventh day holy. That the Bible, the God of the Bible at least, declares the holy day. I'm so curious as a pastor, your concept as to why you would allow yourself to fall into a tradition or a habit of celebrating Sunday versus Saturday.
90 seconds. It's different time zones and different people, and depending on who raised you, whether it be your mama, your father, your grandma, is how you gonna come out when you get older. Because when you're old enough to put money in your collection plate, you can make your own decision. So you can be in church. No.
You're missing the scope of my question. I'm not asking the general person about how they were raised. I'm talking about someone who declares themselves an expert in the subject.
60 seconds.
And the subject is enough to take on the title pastor. That means it don't matter what my mama say, no matter how I was raised, no matter what my daddy said, I as an adult have a connection with this message and with the God of heaven enough to consider myself a pastor. The way you was raised doesn't matter anymore. I mean, with your relationship with the scriptures, how do you as a pastor feel comfortable based on what the scriptures said, ignoring Saturday and acknowledging Sunday? Please explain.
Well, as a pastor, I don't really get into how you serve God. I'll get into actually putting the message out there and making sure you got the right stuff to research.
What is the message? What is the message, Pastor? What is the message, Pastor? What is the message?
10 seconds.
What is the
what the message I preach? My message is faith, love, and hope. Outside of that, everything else is frivolous.
Faith in
I
what?
want to see people winning, but
faith
you have
in
no
faith.
words
Wait.
to get done.
Faith in what?
There is a God. You got to believe in something.
In something.
You got to believe in something bigger than us. Moving this whole world.
Something unidentifiable, something unidentified, something obscure.
Unexplainable.
Just anything. Just believe in anything or anything. It's something particular.
No, not anything. You got to know it's a higher power. It's something that makes the sun go up and down every day.
Okay.
I don't care who you are.
Okay, go
if
ahead.
If you understand my voice, the sun rose today. And some people, the sun didn't rise for. So you have to have some type of belief in yourself. But outside of that, you live in society. And it's 1,000 millions of other people who don't believe. And you have to get knowledge from those people to know what's good for you.
You know what? I'm through drilling you because I see at the core your message is a lot more similar to mine than I would imagine somebody who calls himself a pastor to have. So yeah, you're not much of a traditional pastor at all. You are a speaker of truth. You are a speaker of truth, and you are present at my pulpit. So in a lot of senses, I consider myself a pastor. So I'm not knocking you. I was really just trying to really dig and see where you coming from, because I have a very similar perspective on spiritual subjects these days. I try my best not to even utilize the word God. I try not to refer to our creator as a he or a she, because to a large degree, I admit that we are totally unaware as to if there are any of those elements any present in our creator's actual existence. All those attributes that we actually credit our creator are all man-made. In a lot of sense, the God that we actually serve, instead of it has creating us, we've created that God, because the God that we claim to serve has not given much evidence of a lot of the things that we consider facts about this God. And a lot of times, because I feel like because we've accepted this concept of this God word, this God concept, we limit our access to know deeper concepts of what our creator has for us to actually understand, because we have ascertained this whatever message of what God is supposed to be, and we accept it so immaturely and so elementary based level that the depths of what our creator actually is, we never get a chance to either consider it.
I'm old school, man. I listened to my granny told me. She told me I always go with my gut. If I'm walking up on a business meeting and I see 3 brothers outside, and they're not anything to do with the business meeting, but they outside, they prohibit me from going there and making $1 million. So I believe it's everything. It's not just what we see on the videos and the sermons. It's what we actually witness our own self. So I mean, you can take out.
I think the pastor. I'm throwed off, y'all. Y'all see me throwed off. I'm throwed off because he called himself a pastor. You feel me? But this is why in my life, being raised around a lot of people who are pastors, actual pastors, preachers, spiritual teachers, Bible workers, deacons, every fucking level of a spiritual realm, this is why I do not respect that motherfucking word when I hear it. That don't mean shit. You a pastor, that don't mean shit. Just think. Even in the sense of the Bible and the story of Jesus. At 12 years old, this Jesus was reported to be in the temple, the synagogue, teaching the old-ass pastors and preachers like, fuck what y'all thought. The priests and everybody, fuck what y'all have been going through. What these are niggas that's running the show. He's 12 years old, and it was a time when he was being disobedient. This is why this shit's so crazy, because one of the 10 Commandments is honor your mother and your father. But all the motherfucking greats in the Bible have proven that they are willing to and accepted to go against the rules. Because Jesus, according to his mother and father, his job was to stay close to them. We're traveling miles and miles for the matter of months. There are thousands of people in this caravan. If we lose sight of you, you can literally be with your auntie and uncle, but you're so far behind in this caravan, it'll take us 3 days to find you. You got to think about how they were traveling as a whole nation at times back then, according to the story. So in this process of traveling through this long journey, Jesus, who was supposed to be as a good child, a good boy, right there where his mother and father can find him, his mother and father found themselves looking for him. Oh, where's Jesus? Where's Jesus? Where's Jesus? Mine, this is a 12-year-old boy. He know he ain't supposed to go past this marker. Da, 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 da. They traveled for days looking for him through his caravan. And when they found him on the set, Jesus was in the church preaching, teaching the motherfucking experts, the pastors, the preachers, the priests. He was telling them what was going on. And he was the story makes him such a cold nigga. His mama pulled up on him and said, man, you know how long we've been looking for you? Don't you know your father is looking for you? And Jesus supposed to have told his mama, the same mama that the 10 Commandments decree us to honor. He told his mama, woman, this is what the Bible say. Your father looking for you. Woman, I'm about my father business right now. Basically, in our terms, man, I don't want to hear none of that. Woman, shh. I want to hear about what you talking about, your husband talking about. My father up here told me to do this at 12, and this is what I'm going to do regardless of what my parents told me to do. And when it comes to pastors, preachers, and priests, I've had a lifelong experience of respecting, listening, revering, honoring them because of those titles, and then had that stripped down and have been exposed to the fact that when it comes to actual spirituality, I don't care how many books you've read, how many different religions you become an expert upon, their theology, how many deities you are aware of, there is no education that can make you more aware of the actual creator than just being open and having a connection. I don't give a fuck who taught what, who has what theory, who says what. That don't matter. If you believe, anything you say you believe that the creator can speak to your heart, what the fuck do you need somebody else's philosophy on this subject for? If you tapped in with that creator. Somebody talk to me. Vicious V, Do Rock Creek.
Hey, it's like this. It's like you just said to sum all that up, though. It's not a matter of who sent the message. Did you get the message?
Just think.
Eddie Griffin said that.
Just think, bro. If Jesus was tapped into what his mama and daddy said about God, he could never accept whatever message he got that made him disobey them and be where he's supposed to be, delivering them messages. Just think about it. The 10 Commandments say, thou shalt not kill. Yet and still, Abraham's apparently, according to the Bible, on God's order, went up a hill with intentions on killing the promised son. Listen to what I'm telling you. If you really one of them niggas, you basically in the Bible have displayed that.
True facts.
You hear me? And then we talking about according to the book. Thou shalt not kill is written. God told Abraham after his wife and himself was in a menopausal beyond reproductive age, God told him, you're going to have more kids than the whole seas of the sand. He believed that. He finally had a son. And then as his son became of age where he could finally give him grandkids, we supposed to believe that God told him to go kill that son. And as a believer in God, all your years up until you're too old to have kids, you know thou shalt not kill. You know what they would call that these days? Dementia. If he had said to somebody back then that's what he was going to do, you know the whole town people who believed his prophecy about he was going to be the grandfather of nations, you know we would have tackled that nigga down and tied him up and not let him take his son up on that mountain?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people would have.
Can you imagine a woman popping up right now talking about she ain't never had sex but she pregnant and she don't know how or why God got her pregnant? Visualize the Pacific Ocean cracking wide open and a nation of people traveling across on horseback and chariot with all their belongings. Think about it, my nigga. Look what type of shit they taught us to believe, homie. I used to believe this shit like I believe Obama was our president. I used to believe the actual ocean. I work by the ocean now. You got to go look at that motherfucker ocean and imagine it cracking wide open, and for the events to take place that they say took place. If you want us to believe it happened, you gonna have to then explain to me why it ain't happening no more. Why we have none of these type of events any longer? Somebody got to explain. Because the book say God is the same today, tomorrow, and forevermore. It also said, according to Jesus, when he was doing so many amazing things, he said, hey, guess what? The things you see me do, you're going to do these things and greater. So if we're going to believe in this book, the concept, the whole theory at all, you can't take the what and leave the what. You got to explain to me, if it's what it says, why this shit ain't occurring. Do anybody got any thoughts on that?
No, I honestly don't. I just look at it more so as just guidelines on certain situations in my life. But stories like that, I can't really apply to my own life, especially with the partner of the ocean. Whatnot, I can't apply that to me.
There's so little that you can't actually apply to our actual experience. So, when you start to like analyze our obligation or requirement to, apply the principles of those stories and those ideals to our actual life right now, you have to really think about it different than we were taught to think about it. As, people that are alive right now, just think about this. And I'm going to tie it up with this. And we can wrap it up and get to the last word. Just think about this.
All right.
Levels and Layers, the podcast segment coming soon. Shout out to Do Rock Creek and the Missus. We in full effect, full motion. But just think about this. Out of the whole time the world was created, from the beginning to the end, God, creator, evolution, Big Bang, whatever you want to give credit to. So we're going to accept that God. We're going to say God. God made it. Bam. For whatever reason, the world was created and set on this course. It's been done. Now, we all understand that there's been a beginning point, whether it was Big Bang, creation, this shit started. Since the time it started, we've had new developments that we can attribute to man, human being, utilizing the elements that are here in this environment, and they put them together, they study them, and they create things. Like there was a time when there wasn't a wheel. There was an invention of the wheel. Then we went from the wheel, we had engines, we had, we got sound recordings. You're watching me in real time without me being in the same place. You can hear me as I speak. This is all based on human beings utilizing elements that are present in this universe to create these things. So we've seen progress. But from the time of creation, we are supposed to believe, with books actually being a form of technology that is on the verge of distinction, there will be a time where very soon, when you think of 100-year gaps, where books will be thought about like 8-track tapes. Nobody would even really have a general concept of what a book is. It'll be what a book was. It's like a Dead Sea Scroll. It'll be like a scroll. Books will be like hieroglyphics. This is the type of technology books are. And you're telling me from the time creation started, the only thing the creator felt important to down the line say, oh, I forgot something, let me add something else, is a book. And even though we know this book that they claim to be on behalf of the creator, we know it was literally compiled by humans. So even if we want to say, okay, the same way all the other things we saw were made by humans, so was that book. But we still saying it's God's book. But you're still telling me, they're not telling you that this is God's television or God's camera or God's microphone or God's wheel or God's car or God's microwave or any other technological advancement. The only thing God thought to insert into creation after all these years of existence was a technical thing, a book. A book is a form of technology. That's like a CD, a tape, a scroll, a hieroglyphic. So after everything was created and put in motion, he thought along the line, somewhere down the line, he felt like he needed to add a book. And books are going extinct. And you think that still is a concept that is supposed to permeate in your consciousness as a reality? Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. A whole lot of sense.
I could imagine him. Just think about people's different ability, capability, and levels of not only reading but comprehending and being able to adapt and decipher what they're reading. So you're telling me humanity, with one consequence and one reward at stake, the entirety of humanity is subject to the same literal package of whatever we want to call this book. No matter what your level of comprehension is, no matter what your level of reading is, no matter what your experience is, there's only one list or one compilation of basic instructions before leaving Earth, according to God. How does your intellectual, adult, intelligent mind accept that? In order to accept that as a reality, you first have to be able to believe a virgin gave birth. And not only the virgin gave birth, a virgin gave birth to the creator of the universe and the earth that was already here before it was born. You gotta, so this is how you fucking hack a brain. Make it believe some shit that it definitely is equipped to not believe. And if you can motivate it by means of fear or promise of reward to accept something it is designed to reject, based on the common sense that monitors our brain, once you can hack the brain and make it accept, okay, you don't want to burn in hell, you want to live forever. Okay, we're going to associate your not burning in hell and your living wherever, which you believe in first, that a virgin gave birth. As impossible as that is, if we can get you to believe it happened way back then, you know how much else we can get you to believe that you're required to be obligated to that took place back then. It's going to also make you believe somebody walked up to the grave and said, dead man, get up. Somebody that was dead for 4 days. I once believed these things. The thing about it is this: the same book that causes you to believe this, the same person that did these things told us that the things you see me do, you will do the same and more. Where is the connection from then and there? Maybe if it would have never made that type of promise, you would still have some type of change on my understanding of the situation. But I am fully aware of right now, if you go through the TV, you scrolling, and you see somebody in a wheelchair, and a nigga say, I'm with God, boom, get up and walk. Everybody listen to my voice gonna say scam, bullshit, that ain't real, fake. Am I lying or no?
You're correct. You're absolutely correct.
But everybody claim to believe in God, believe in the Bible, believe that these things happen, and if you believe in all that, that same theory teaches you that God's people are going to do those things too. So why, when we see it, if we believe in the whole concept, why when we see it, we immediately think it's bullshit? Somebody please explain.
I can't. I wish I was able to.
No, I'm glad that's your answer, because you're extremely intelligent. This is where we gotta have enough courage to wipe our brain for what we thought and then start trying to figure out what we should be thinking. Fuck believing. We gotta figure out what we should be thinking, what we should be knowing, because they sell us a belief, and once we bank, a whole culture and generations and generations on beliefs, they have us eating off beliefs while they are feeding on facts. And beliefs can't do shit, bro. Right now, just think about it, my nigga. What you believe I have in my pocket has no effect on what's in my pocket. The fact is what matters. So if they can get us giving our lives away to beliefs, and they keep operating based on facts, that's how you keep a gap on a motherfucker, a head start, keep them way behind or beneath you. On my mama, random rambled and got deep today.
So did.
That's deep. That's deep, boy. That's deep. You took it to a whole different level today, boy.
I really wish and seek to remain right there on that frequency a lot more. But however, I am quite aware that in order You can't just throw a hook out into the ocean and think that the fish you're looking for is gonna bite it. You gotta put a bait on there. All you really wish to do is minimize and put the metal hook and don't spend no more money, go through no extra steps, because all you want is the fish. So you want to throw that hook out there and get the fish to bite. But typically that doesn't work. So you got to put something you're very uninterested in, like a worm or another piece of bait, and you got to put that out there in order to engage with those that you are trying to contact. So I'm not quite ready just to go straight medicine, but believe you me, I am looking for every opportunity to slide a little medicine in with this sweet talk, this candy, this fluff, the fun we have. I like to feed our fortitude in the midst of experiencing the fun, and I think that's I think this is a very creative thing. You can go to the grocery store right now, you'll see chicken nuggets looking like animals' shapes and all that. But if you read it, it say broccoli. They tricking the kids with chicken nuggets with broccoli in them on the low. You feel me? Yeah. Yeah. They said it's an old song. Said is it a teaspoon or something make the go down? What is it? The teaspoon of sugar make the something go down. I don't know.
Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
There we go. You knew I knew. All right, it's time for last words, man. I'm gonna let y'all decide who gonna go first to be last, and last to be first. But let's get it together, fellas.
Well, I'll go ahead and do it. So glad everyone was able to tap in. If you don't mind, please like, subscribe, and join the Most Easy Spider Loc. If y'all want to cop some of that fly gear, go to www.baymacstreetwear.com. I am Vicious V. Judah.
Gratitude. You know what I need you to do, Vicious V? I need you to develop a script with everywhere that I need to be contacted. And so when you do that, you won't stop at just the streetwear. I need the Facebook. We really trying to get to 10,000 followers on Facebook, y'all. I know this is like a obscure thought concept that ain't nobody thinking about Facebook, right? However, I have a personal mission. I'll explain it in the long run, but not my the artist page. I need y'all to go follow Curtis Spider Loc Williams Facebook page. But Vicious, what I was telling you is all the pertinent places where we need to be contacted and reminded. I need you to get a small list of that, so when you run your rundown, Creep, you can take this note too. All the Real Near Radio members, all the real homies, when you're on here and it's time for last words, and you start telling them tap into this, that, and the other, you need to be familiar with everywhere affiliated with us. You feel me? So it can all be.
Say less. Yep. Say less. I got my assignment.
Yep. Appreciate you, loved one.
Of course. Cheetah.
Only.
Do Rock Creek, what's happening, man?
What's happening, man? Hey, yeah, my last words is gonna be this, man. First of all, let me send a shout out to my nigga Two Licks and to the homegirl Shaniqua, because they always shout me out in the comments. The way that my phone is set up, I can't respond to any of the comments, so I always see them shout me out. So shout out, much love to the homie Two Licks and to the homegirl Shaniqua.
Google gang, Shaniqua from the Oak Town, and my boy. You know what's crazy? They both reside in Northern California. That's crazy.
Wow. That's crazy, man. But I also want to say, man, it's definitely been a beautiful show, man. Beautiful, of course. You know what I'm saying? Always glad to be a part of it. Always tapped in. Ask that everybody that stay tapped in, continue to tap in, man, because the show getting bigger, more beautiful, you know what I mean? And it's going to continue to grow, man.
Levels and layers. Levels and layers. It's getting deeper, y'all. It's getting bigger and deeper. Levels and layers. Stay tuned. I'm listening to you, Crippin.
Man, deeper and deeper, man. You know what I mean? We Baymac everything over here.
At all costs.
I mean? Google gang to the brain.
On my mama. Beautiful Nightmares, 2 M's, Baymac ENT, Lost Taste Volume 3, Don't Get Culture, Draws Down, and that was my nigga Creep the Crip, last words, and mine as well. Much love to all y'all. See y'all on the other side. Oh, my mama. This is my dawn declaration, define expectations, inspired to aspire to higher elevation. Started at Genesis, read the entire Revelation, dedication, meditation, and some fire medication. Judge a prophet and a poet, both body reputation, fanatically practice. Perfection requires preparation. I go hard, like this could be the last chance. Romance the spotlight, treat it like the last dance. May I remind inclined to go overboard over mine, but tonight I'm on this open mic with an open mind. Always try, let it fly, ain't care where it fell. Never say goodbye, but we'll tell her farewell. You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. And just so y'all know for sure that I'm serious, y'all can put this right before the period. She slid the digits, I hit her with a digi-card. She came to visit, hit it hard by the mini bar. I made her roar like the engine in my Hemi car. Way before she came to listen to my seminar. Every time I'm done, she always want more. Keep a contour in her back for the encore. I paint a picture like we was playing Pictionary with perfect diction. I take you through the dictionary, y'all can have an introduction and an intermission. They finna listen for it's finished, just a benediction. You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. I used to tell my testimony to the whole church. Now I stepped into the cipher once I soul search. Visualize the pain I'm bearing when it's verbalized. No more rehearsal, now you're staring in my herbal eyes. Turned them on, they all turned around, returned to lies. Despise this truth that I eternally internalized. I hate her, laugh now, cry later. Why hate a player when I'm just getting my paper? Your dialogue, that's a lot of lies to digest. Until I die, I guess I'ma have to digress. Chase the pay like she the one that got away. Remy shot a day, that's all I really gotta say. You ain't heard, I ain't word, I ain't scared. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word. I ain't word, I ain't scared, you ain't heard. Been through some ups and downs, now I got the last word. Finna clown, now I got the last word. How that sound? Now I got the last word.
Nah, they ain't got no nut with no whack ass in it.
Don't get caught with the draws down.
When I'm naked, I lay on my side, I lay on my stomach, I lay on my back.
No Hanes, Calvin Klein's, Fruit of the Looms. Mushroom moon, tooted up in the room. Waiting to be manipulated, mounted and mauled. Madam Mika said, nigga, strip down to your drawers on the set. Must not have heard her correctly. Cause bit the pillow laying literally naked. Biggest mouth, bad girls clubhouse, pyro. Belly down, booty up, buns out, lucky. She work with the creep and the duct tape. Freaky ass fetish film, one man fuck tape. Wiretap nigga, known to tip the laws off. Nasty on the camera with your motherfucking
now we
drawers on.
You be screaming till you pass out. Who knew you did it with your ass out? Talking till you blue in the face. I'm just trying to take blue to the bank, 2 to the face, 2, 2, 3 is a K, and K can't make you a real nigga. I pray for any nigga that deal with ya. I shoot the Tommy off the hill, figure ball. It's try to put you on the menu. I got a pack of draws I can lend you. Big business what I'm into. I got a pack of draws I can lend you.
Don't get caught with the draws down. Don't get caught with the draws down. Don't get caught with the draws down. Don't get caught with the draws down.
When you get caught up
I hope them statements don't get bored up. We them niggas that's wicked, no need to warn us on one. Out lurking looking for a Vic. Nigga thinking with his dick, that's an easy lick. Kicking the doors, notorious is well known. Talk tough, but only gangsta on the cell phone. Just know the G's gon' get it in on the mission. Before it's done, they ain't leaving a witness. Back out, running the crib like a trap house. Straps out, can't do shit cause you assed out. Could get you lined by an internet diva. Ain't it ironic how my sister named Mika?
Have you on camera, ass up, looking back. Somebody please tell me what kind of gangster is that? Thought you was a real one, but I take that back. You a sus nigga with a team full of rats. Keep losing respect, you can't get back. I know you know some real niggas, but you ain't that. You a certified weirdo, always talking this and that. How you calling niggas out when you the same type of cat? Type of work popped up, and where the fuck you at? No smut on your name, nigga, what the fuck is that? But be calling hoes like, don't forget the strap. Waiting until he get his ass cheeks clapped.
Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down.
Whole new meaning when we say you niggas whack now. Weird niggas better check these whole bitches back. How you represent your hood, getting caught with your ass out. You with the industry, I think that nigga really trapped now. And I'ma take the side that I'm supposed to. You on Clubhouse, you should be on Pro Tools. I wouldn't sign to you, all your artists old news. Nigga think you should night, this ain't the old school. From North Cali to the South, nigga. We hate watching niggas crash out, nigga. You too old to be doing shit for clout, nigga. We ain't with the going out like a clown, nigga. You know you wrong, nigga. How the fuck you get caught without them draws, nigga? Hella old and exposed, like come on, nigga. Now that big U cosign is gone, nigga.
See, it ain't so. On my son in a dead low, sneaking caught up slipping with his booty to the sky, bro. Nigga, how you lie? Know you get the gay vibes, yo. Laid across the bed, want a man between the stars. Whack hole, no honey. Want a fade that's running. Man, fuck you, Ricky gun it, but I know you don't want it. You ain't on that level, stick to banging naked in chats. Or a nigga change your channel with this info is gay. It's the Google gang. Google what I do to your man. On behalf of Spider Locust, fuck you too, gang. Me and Doja, bitch boy, it's over. Better keep it on the swivel, never know when I'm on.
Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down. Don't get caught with your drawers down.
Check me out. Like a snow cone, my flow so stone cold blooded. Blood in his mouth, now his teeth are rose gold studded. SPI said to call him whack ho. No 100 niggas need that, but whack rap won't go. Run it naked on Clubhouse. Nigga, you a fruity loon. Really with the gay play. Ray J's booty goon. Ask the CPT. The streets keep none of you. You went from PPP to a BBW. Lion, crater face, Pinocchio with the big nose. Got 40 shot and sold guns to the 6 O's. But for this, he be less honored. He stripped for the bits, then call CPS on a nigga.
Whack 100, face all bumpy. Egghead nigga, mama shoulda named you Humpty. I dump thee, nigga, you are nothing. We all know the story, you the draws down, homie. DOE, I do my dirt by my lonely. And don't let me catch you in Kentucky. KY Jelly, probably all that you want. And I bet you the booty goon that Ray J was flaunting. I heard you a rat, that's why you like to fuck with him. Fruit booty nigga on Clubhouse, ass up with him. All that pop shit, and that nip shit, it makes sense why you and Cali watching Nip Dick. On Netflix, wanna be tycoon. Heard about that Whack 100, Jeffrey Dahmer Part 2. Draws dang a new name, and nigga, oh the irony. Your face look like Warren Fishburne, or the butt cheek. It's real rap, all facts over feelings. It's a hit on your name, and you know I'ma kill it. SBI say to get him, you know a nigga whack, it took 15 minutes just to hop on the track, boy.
Don't get caught with your drawers down.
They telling me it's a nigga laying on the bed.
We getting rich off beats.
Short fuse with the long clip. Think I'ma slip, you fucking with the wrong crib. End of the road, part of the journey. Get up off that gurney, gotta call the attorney. Time is money, mine kinda expensive. You can find me minding my business. Love blind, I see y'all hate me. Sleep with one eye open, heat off safety. Smoking medicated dope in my own lane. Sophisticated scope with the long aim. On one out here hitting corners. On us, better act like you know, cuz I'm in a function by myself. With number some stuffed inside my belt. Same old loc with a bit more money. So run me my dough and get demo dummy on
Demonstration. Let a nigga try to trip right now. I got situations, baby. baby. Said a nigga doing demonstrations. Beat the box on the bitch like it needed an initiation. Baby. Rich blood, strip club, and the bitch hugging me, talking about she loving the thug. Getting me all in the club with the snub with me. Yeah, she heard about the dick and I got drugs in me. Cold nigga, turn the bitch a go get it. She gon' leave here a square, return a hoe nigga. Go Willa, frontline PI dope dealer. Bottom line, I'm a figure rope nigga. I be sending shit. Burner on my hip, it's never in the whip. Real gangbangers know the manuscript. Got my eye on the homies and I watch the crib. Heavy on my tip, cause niggas is pushing politics. And Dilla Lane is my affiliation. Let a nigga play today, I got the situation. I leave a pussy bleed like administration. Stretch a nigga like a limo, give a demonstration. Demonstration. Let a nigga try to trip right now, I got the situation. Baby. Said a nigga doing demonstrations. Beat the box on the bitch like it needed an initiation. Baby.
Okay, I guess I must've missed the memo. But since I'm here, might as well give a demo. Doctor say, doctor something with my mental. Cause every gunshot sounds like an instrumental. I blow blunts till I'm bronchitis. Tell her put your mouth on the bitch but don't bite it. If I put it in the bag, niggas gon' buy it. Any coast to the streets, then I'm gon' buy it. That from day one, I ain't have to get quartered on. Squeeze you with the needle, we shots like cortisone. So by the cortisone. Watch killers turn snitch and hurt my cortisone. I went to war for any penny they was shorted on. Even they steaks off the place that they snorted on. Reported on by some niggas I supported. Got wiretaps and pics, ain't phone they recorded on.
Demonstrations. Let a nigga try to trip right now, I got the situation. Baby. Said a nigga doing demonstrations. Beat the box on the bitch like it needed an initiation. Baby.
I go by the name of G5 like this. Look. Nigga, get your walk on. Nigga, get your walk on. Fuck your two-step, I do mines like this. Nigga, get your walk on. Nigga, get your walk on. Give it up, slide like this. Nigga, get your walk on. Nigga, get your walk on. Fuck your two-step, I do mines like this. Nigga, get your walk on. Nigga, get your walk on. Give it up, slide like nigga, get your walk on.
CSP3 never got a DP. Fuck my PO and the PD. Me and G5 did an EP, whole CD5, active like PE, program, point guard, point game, PG, game point, get pressed on GP, just me, solo on the GT, to CDC, free my TG mainline, never been a PC, THC, no PCP, understand, they can't stand me, see, money only thing a motherfucker like me see, in the bank where a nigga like me be, independent, these niggas wanna be me, steady staring, still can't see me, still in that steel blue, see me when you see me.
Get your walk on, nigga, get your walk on. Fuck your two-step, I do mines like this. Nigga, get your walk on, nigga, get your walk on. Give it up, slide like this. Nigga, get your walk on, nigga, get your walk on. Fuck your two-step, I do mines like this. Nigga, get your walk on, nigga, get your walk on. Give it up, slide like nigga, get your walk on.
Out here trying to eat, homie. Streets cold, keep the heat on me. Put my trust in the heat only. Ask your big homie, he know me. I can do anything but be phony. Colder than all those that can't be for me. G5 make the beat for me. Said he gon' ride in the beef for me. I'm active, he gotta ride in the beef with me. Swiftly smash anything beef with me. These squares ain't prepared to beef with me. Oh, homie scared to be with me. Bad bitch, swear she wanna be with me. But I bet baby really wanna be with me. Either with me or you against me. Things since the set on century.
Nigga, get your walk on. Nigga, get your walk on. Fuck your two-step, I do mines like this. Nigga, get your walk on. Nigga, get your walk on. Give it up, slide like this. Nigga, get your walk on. Nigga, get your walk on. Fuck your two-step, I do mines like this. Nigga, get your walk on. Nigga, get your walk on. Give it up, slide like nigga, get your walk on.
That motherfucker owe me 35 motherfucking dollars. He told me he gonna pay my motherfucking money last motherfucking week. I ain't seen this motherfucker yet. I'm not gonna chase this motherfucker for my 35 motherfucking dollars. I called the motherfucker 4 motherfucking times, but the motherfucker won't call me back. I called his mama the other motherfucking day. She gonna play like the motherfucker went in. To cut her motherfucking ass out. But I don't want no motherfucking trouble.
Press
but
play.
I tell you one motherfucker thing. The next motherfucking time I see this motherfucker and he ain't got my motherfucking money, I'm gonna bust his motherfucking head.
On the real, I give a fuck how a motherfucker feel. Motherfucker bet not fuck with my motherfucking meal. Run a drill, quick way to get a motherfucker killed. Fuck a trial and appeal. What's the motherfucking deal? Mr. Williams got my hand on the motherfucking wheel. Make some millions before I make a motherfucking wheel. You motherfucking right. What's the motherfucking lick? Niggas know going broke or make a motherfucker sick. And a bitch, that's when she leave a motherfucker quick. So she can't do shit but suck my motherfucking dick. And then suck and fuck the whole motherfucking clique. City rabbit, no kids, no motherfucking tricks. Just Crips blowing zips, counting motherfucking chips with hollow tips stuffed in they motherfucking clips. Taking trips, leaving big motherfucking tips. You still can't hear, read my motherfucking lips, motherfucker. What up, motherfucker? Motherfucker. Like us, motherfuckers. We don't give a fuck, motherfucker. Motherfuckers, like us motherfuckers, we don't give a fuck, motherfucker. Motherfucker, where you been, motherfucker? What the fuck? You just did 10 in the pen, motherfucker.
Damn nigga, where you been? Oh, you did 10 in the pen, huh?
That's the homie from the hood. We rolled them motherfuckers together. Cuz caught a case and told them motherfuckers loose lips sink ships. Control the motherfuckers. You gon' claim these dirty streets, then patrol the motherfuckers. Catch your enemy slipping in them. Blow the motherfucker. Motherfuckers ain't knowing. Gotta show the motherfuckers. I ain't like to square off. I stole on motherfuckers. Motherfuckers stole on me just like I stole on motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. It's on the motherfucking set. Ask about a motherfucker. I'm a motherfucking vet. Ain't met a motherfucker around this motherfucker yet that can ever say they see me off a motherfucking wet motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Snakewood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done train my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie.
SPI
Can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be everything that they wanna be. Yeah.